Kia ora, hello and welcome to day 4, the all-important final day of the 3x3 Cup here at ILT Stadium, Southland. Preliminaries are all done, Maya Williamson. It is now about the playoffs and I just can't pick it.
No, I can't pick it either. It's been such a tight match. We have traffic jams all the way down the ladder. It's business end. It's do or die today.
So every game counts, of course. Let's have a look at how the men have finished up. Now, this is what we know. Heading into the quarters, the Rams, the Sharks, the Whai, the Jets, the Giants and the Saints, they are all through to the quarterfinals. And I think they've all got a legitimate opportunity from here.
Well, it's been 1 or 2 point finishes, overtime finishes between a multitude of those teams. So we really don't know what's going to happen at the end of the day.
Now, 2 teams will join them in the quarterfinals. So we've got some play-ins and they're coming up very, very soon. Tuatara and the Bulls, always a bit of spice between the Northerners, and the Airs and the Hawks, the 2 winners, join the other 6 in the quarters. The 2 losers head home.
Well, these are the most important games of the tournament for those teams, so they're going to put everything on the line. The young teams, the Hawks and the Bulls, have done an impressive job, so I'm excited to see what happens.
Women's side of the draw, same situation, top 6 through to the quarterfinals, and a couple of play-ins coming up very, very shortly as well. In the women's competition, Queens, Whai, Wizards, Pouakai, Tavake, Pacifica, surprise packet, and the Southern Hoi Ho all through to the quarterfinals. The huge question mark, and we're waiting for some news right now, the Queens, the Tokomanoa Queens, they had a golden run through the preliminaries, got to their second last game. 2 players went down injured. Zoe Richards with a head knock and Jacinta Beckley with what looks like an Achilles. We don't know the outcome just yet. They did play their last game last night with just 2 players.
Yeah, it's super unfortunate. They were looking like they were going to take the cake on paper. They were undefeated, just soaring through. Such a disappointment, but I'm hoping that Jacinta's going to be healthy enough for them to play with 3 today.
And Zoe Richards, we believe, is getting an assessment on that head knock in the next half hour or so.
Yeah, however, it doesn't look likely. It looked sore yesterday, and obviously that's always dangerous territory.
The play-ins for the women, Rapids against the Kahu, Storm against the Thunder. Again, 2 winners go through to the quarters.
And again, do or die, right? These teams are going to put it all on the line. They don't want to go home.
Let's get into it. It's going to be a big day and a big night. Internationals later tonight as well in the Trans-Tasman here in Invercargill. First up on court 2, it is one of those play-in games for the women, the Rapids and the Kahu. You're going to join James Lisserman in commentary. Sit back and enjoy. 2 winners will be crowned later tonight.
Kia ora, welcome here to Sky Sports 9. This is session number 7 of the 3x3 Cup here from ILT Stadium in Invercargill, Southland. James Lisserman along with Maya Williamson here. A relatively small schedule today, just 38 games. We've had 48 to 50 the previous 3 nights, well, day and nights of this competition. But here we go, the business end of the competition now, Maya.
Yeah, the teams will be happy to have less number of games today, I'm sure. There's some tired and fatigued bodies within the stadium. But yeah, like you said, James, it's the business end. It's do or die. Obviously, the loser of this game did not progress into quarterfinals, so everything on the line now.
It is. Like, you still have a game to play after this for final classifications, but it's way more fun playing where you've still got a chance to lift the cup, which is down the other end at the end of court 1, when you finish playing around about 10 o'clock tonight. So coming up, first match up for here. This is the 7 versus 10 playoff, the West Coast Rapids. They're going up against the number 10 Kahu. So these 2 teams have played once before in the pool round of competition. Record-wise, Rapids 3-6, Kahu 1-8, but that one was an important one, Maya.
Yeah, I mean, Kahu's only win is against the Rapids, so interesting to see what's going to happen. Obviously, Bailey Flavel absolutely lit up against the Rapids last time they played, so it's going to be interesting to see what the outcome is.
Yeah, she's the key one that they've sort of focused their defensive, I guess, primary coverage against Bailey and try and make the other ones will rotate to them a bit slower. So lineups for the Rapids, number 3, Alia Newton, number 5, Nicole Gleason. She's the number 3 scorer overall in the women's competition, 62 points so far in the 9 games. 56 of those 62 points from behind the 2-point line. Maddie Timms, number 8, and number 10, Kate Herman.
Yep, and then for the Kahu, we have EK Schroeder, Bailey Flavel, who is the number 8 scorer. She's absolutely killing it. Keely Tini and Waiaria Putaranui Henderson, or Whai Henderson for short. We have the game underway, and there she is, number 8 scorer, only 16 years of age, I believe, Bailey Flavel.
Yeah, great dump down pass here to Tini. She scored the easy one to open the scoring there. And a little bit of a A drag screen there. Gleeson, the step back 2. No good on that one. And rebound is collected by Flavel.
Going to see plenty of that from Nicole Gleeson. She loves downtown, doesn't she, James?
100%. She even asked us, what you guys have been referring to me as a flamethrower. Exactly what does that mean? I'm like, it means you're on fire. Like, you've been heating it up.
It's a compliment. It's a compliment. And you just see her there getting a back tip. That's the kind of defense Nicole likes to play as well. She gets beat, goes for the back tip.
Well, she does have good length, and there forces a tough pass there, not able to be handled. So Rapids with a chance to tie or take the lead here.
Yep, they're wanting to get one on the board, not allow Kahu to slip away. We know that Bailey Flavel can score and put them up in numbers. Nicole Gleeson goes for her first.
And there, she was pretty well defended there by Tina, who sort of rushed in to challenge that one late. So first substitutions for the Rapids. You can see Gleeson going off and the young Alia Newton coming in. I guess the two teams have a number of youngish players playing for them.
Yeah, we've seen that heaps across the board. The men's team, actually, the men's competition, have the Bulls and the Hawks, who are majority really young players in the top 10 and playoff contention. So it's really cool to see the amount of development going on for our forces of the future here in Southland. Bailey Flavel using her hezzy to get by. Can't get the finish to go. Gets her own board, and she'll go to the TAB.
Yeah, she is fouled there, like missed the first shot, well defended there. You can see here the drive, and Herman gets enough in there. Rebound though, and then I think it was Timms from behind with the foul.
Yeah, she's done a really good job at adjusting to the amount of physicality. Obviously, because she's still in high school, the amount of physicality there as compared to this kind of basketball is so different. She's done a really good job over the few days to just learn how to absorb the contact a little bit more and learning to play through it.
Herman there tries to go for the reverse, just not quite able to get the angle. And now you can see there two players paying attention to Flavel. She launches the 2, misses it, manages just about to save it. The ball just bounced on the end line there.
And Rapids will have possession now, still scoreless. They wanted to search for something here. The traditional high setup for 3x3. Nicole Gleeson utilises her shot fake well. And gets the first one to go for the Rapids.
Yeah, so only her 7th point from inside the arc.
It's crazy to think. 7 points, and she's 3rd in scoring. That's crazy.
So Bailey Flavel to the rim there, finishes with the left. Gleeson open from the logo, the GJ Gardner logo. That's worth 2 points. It's not a bonus point if you're building a house. Waiaria, Putaria, Henderson, no good on the 2. Ball bounces out of bounds there. Rapids with a 3-2 lead. Going back to your point about youngish players, at first I was like, they want to see how they go and perform in a high-pressure situation. I also think injury concerns and, the ability to stay healthy over a 4-day tournament is a big part of it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the elder players in this tournament, such as Sam Dempster, Jared Kenny, super feverish walking into the stadium this morning. Obviously, a little bit of limps, and Sam Dempster actually sporting some injury. So, obviously, these younger bodies are more accustomed to this kind of basketball and used to carrying a heavy load.
So EK Schroeder picks up the loose ball there. Teeny in the high post finds Putaranui Henderson. Drives, inside hand, no good, but mishandled rebound there. Teeny clears it for the Kahu.
Yeah, a couple of bunnies being missed by either side under the rim for both teams. Obviously, just a little bit of fatigue on day 4. Things are a little bit harder after you've already played 3 days of basketball.
Foul goes against the West Coast Rapids here. And this is a playing game, very important. It's number 7 versus number 10 as we see the foul there. Winner of this gets who I think is possibly the most well-suited at this point of the tournament. They go up against the 5, which, hey, guess what? You won this game. Congratulations. Now you play the team with the coolest uniforms and probably the fittest team here in the competition.
And now the Queens are short-handed. Yesterday they played their last pool game, James, with 2 players. Obviously they did drop that one. They still remain number 1 seed regardless of whatever happened in that game. But we saw Zoe Richards go down with a head knock. She's currently undergoing assessment, so there'll be an update coming later on her status. Jacinta Beckley did feel her Achilles pull. She will be playing today, like you said, James, right, strapping it up. But obviously Queens, they sailed through pool play undefeated, but not looking good for them now. Yeah,
just about. They lost that final game, but we've seen the flamethrower is starting to light it up. 2 straight 2s, 3 straight 2-point buckets. So there's a little smile there from Gleeson, but she's a little bit hobbled as she's sliding out on defense. Flavel was deciding to take it on herself here, 5-10.
And you just see Gleeson, every bit of defense being thrown at her. She drew a double team, in fact, here able to kick it on to a wide open Herman. And if Herman can get going too, James, it's going to be very hard for the Kahu to guard.
Yeah, she's just outside the top 10 in scoring, number 11, I think, but another good 2-point scoring. Great D there by Timms, and I think it's going to stay. It is going to stay with the Kahu there. I think just hit a foot, 10 seconds on the shot clock here. 10-5 lead though, like dream start for the Rapids. Well, not a dream start, but a dream about 1.5 minutes for the Rapids.
Yeah, absolutely not if Bailey Flavel has anything to do about it. She has been their main facet of scoring. Kate Herman looking to cook now. Maddie Timms is great under the rim. Keely Tinney does a good job to tie it up there, and they'll get possession.
Yeah, good rule there, the tie ball. Defense gets it no matter what. You see here, faced up, arms out in front, and just holding that ball down. Good, strong defense there from Teeny.
Bailey uses her hezzy. Can't get the bunny to go, though.
Yeah, that was one of the easier attempts she's had. Still not that easy, but she's made some tough shots today and throughout the tournament. Here's Herman, head fake, sidestep for 2. Just off the edge of the rim, Teeny with the rebound.
Yeah, Herman unable to get going here early in this ball game. 10-6, not a hugely comfortable lead.
Yeah, and Bailey Flavel, she's the number 8 scorer. She's scored 50 overall going at the end of pool play. 50 points in total, 20 of them from behind the arc. So pretty balanced player going in towards the rim and then shooting it when she's open as well.
There she is, and no foul on that one. So only 3 seconds now for Kahu, and they'll be having the ball up the top. So they're going to have to get something going pretty quickly.
Yeah, Flavel's got the ball. I wonder if this is going to be a quick pass. No, it's just going to be a quick catch and shoot. A little bit short there, so Rapids holding her defensively here. They're making her work pretty tough.
Yep, absolutely. Nicole Gleeson will check back in. Obviously, a hand in her face to no surprise. Step back, way off in that one.
Well, you can conserve energy that way, I guess, if you just go one dribble, pull up. She's able to create space pretty efficiently, though, with that quick dribble to the side and then mini step back, because she's usually taller than most of the people that'll be defending her.
Yep, and she's also got a really high release, which makes it even harder to guard. Bailey Flavel gets fouled on the 2-point line. Kate Herman looks like she's been robbed by that foul call.
Yeah, a bit of a wry smile there. You can see her in the background. Flavel, though, to the TAB line to shoot 2. First one hits nothing except the bottom of the net there.
And they're inching closer now. Could come within 2 with a make here. And they do. Effortless.
Yeah, 10-8 the score now. She's scored the bulk of their points. Herman, good balance there. Can't make the shot. Gets her own rebound. She's got Newton behind her and does kind of use her, not on purpose though.
Yeah, thought she might be able to dump down to Newton there and get an easy bucket. Obviously, Newton still coming up with the offensive rebound and a huge foul there. I don't think she'll go to the line.
No, she's not. You could see there afterwards Gleeson saying you've got to go up quickly with that to get at least the foul call and head to the free throw line.
Looks like actually it might have been a jump ball.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Kahu will get possession. No foul call on that one. Tinney used a lot of contact. Gleeson gets another one to go. Is that number 4, James?
I think it is. There's got to be a new name, like when the flamethrower burns out and just explodes. We need to get another simile or metaphor to refer to that.
There's just not been a word created yet that can encompass such greatness by Nicole Gleeson. I played with her in the club competition in Christchurch this year. What an advantage having a teammate like that.
So you're used to passing the ball, Maya?
I'm used to passing the ball. Yeah, I'm used to giving it up in transition, then having to play defense straight away because she's going to shoot. But you can't blame her. You know, she's got a jump shot like that. Can't get that one to go, but Kate Herman will board that offensively.
Gleeson, you see there, just a little fake, got Flavel to jump. 14-8 there. Shout out to my son, his favourite combination of numbers when he was growing up. No idea why. But every time I hear that, I'm like, oh, 7-11 and 14-8. Here we go, Gleeson. Can she make another one just off the edge of the rim? Potato Nui Henderson, the rebound. Kick out to Teeny. Short corner 2. Flavel. Easier shot for her block. Gleeson was wide open. Instead passes it to Teeny. Henderson from the corner hits that one. 14-10, so Kahu staying right here in touch.
Kate Herman looks for one of her own, and she can connect. So it's going to be dangerous if they can both get going. It's going to be difficult for Kahu to guard. Bailey Flavel is desperate to get this win.
Well, this is the recipe for a West Coast win, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Just taking a bunch of shots from behind the arc, and you've got to make them. Herman loses the ball from Timms, but it goes straight to Gleeson. Chance for her to make her first TAB free throw of the entire competition.
Yeah, Nicole Gleeson is certainly not giving up this morning. She wants to continue to play basketball today. We'll see a timeout called here. 3 minutes to go, James. Rapids up 6. What are you calling it?
I think the way they've been shooting it, unless they go ice cold, they're in a good spot here to sort of reverse what they will feel like is the wrong. Their 21-11 loss to the Kahu back in day 2. Day 4, the more important day to win.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, the point of difference here, like you said, Rapids shooting the heck out of the ball, Kahu not doing so at all. And I think that's been a really sore point for them throughout the 4 days, is that they just haven't really been able to get going from beyond the arc. You know, we have a game here and there from Bailey and from Whai Henderson as well, but the consistency from beyond the arc, just not quite there up with the Rapids.
Yeah, it is tough. Here's Nicole Gleeson, TAB line. Going for point number 1, it does do that. So 17-10 now, Rapids up by 7. Can't relax just yet. Flavel, the 2 off to the left. And the Rapids will have the ball, a check up top. I imagine they're not going to look to take the air out of it. They're going to keep looking for good two-point attempts.
Yeah, well, it's a quick game. Quick way to end the game, isn't it, James? And obviously you stamp down. If they can finish 21-10, they'll be very happy with that kind of result. Kate Herman steps back.
Tim's offensive rebound, and that's a really good way to get an open look.
Crikey, man. What's that, 5 or 6?
I think it's 6 that she's hit here, so it's got to be her getting the post-game interview if they hang on here. Tim's with the rebound. Kick out to Gleeson. This is to ice the game.
Game!
That was 6 two-point buckets there that she made in total. Like, absolute lit it up. 21-10. So it was 21-11. You thought that's a pretty massive margin.
Wow.
So not only did the Rapids reverse that there, they also outscored them, and they go through into the quarterfinal rounds here. Justin Nelson, Nicole Gleeson looks so happy. She's not even worried about this interview as he's going to talk her into it. But disappointing end for the young Kahu team. But what a display there. How long was that?
Shooting display.
So
12 minutes.
Here we go. Justin Nelson over with Nicole Gleeson.
Thanks, James. Nicole Gleeson with me. And I know she's really looking forward to this interview as well. Let's stick to basketball. Great win.
Oh, amazing win. We wanted to come out, beat them pretty good because we lost them in the first pool play, so it's kind of vengeance on us.
From here, I mean, anything can happen. So you get some confidence out of that. You now take it into the quarters and, hey, maybe a bit of a roll.
Yeah, I'm excited to play Whai. Hopefully another vengeance game on that one too, so we'll see.
And the West Coast Rapids team, how's it been amongst the 4 of you? Have you really enjoyed the competition?
Yeah, it's all good. We're friends all from Christchurch, so it's nice playing with some mates.
Hey, and the shooting's going all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Hey, enjoy the win. Congratulations. On to the quarters. We wish you the best from here.
Thank you.
All right, kia ora for that, Justin and Nicole. I've got to say, Nicole doesn't really enjoy giving interviews. We've been trying for 2 years. Justin Nelson finally managed to put her down and get one there. But if you shoot like that, you're going to have probably 2 or 3 more interviews to have to do, Maya.
It'd be rude not to, right? You can't hit 6 2-pointers and then just not get interviewed after the game. I tried to get her yesterday, but she couldn't breathe, supposedly.
Right, yeah.
So we've finally got her.
Now, what an outcome there for the West Coast Rapids. They move on to the quarterfinal round, and if they shoot like that, they can knock off my number 1 pick, the Whai, at this point in the competition. But coming up after the break for us, we head our attention over to the men's side. It's the 7 versus 10 playoff as well. The young Franklin Bulls, 5 and 8, the 10 seed overall. They're going up against the number 7 seed Auckland Tuatara. Don't go anywhere unless you want to go over to Sky Sports Select, watch the end of the Taranaki Thunder versus Southland Storm, but then come back to Sky Sports 9 to watch our second game of the day. Kia ora, welcome back to Sky Sports 9 here. Over on Select though, you can just see it in the background there, 1 minute to go, tie game between the Southland Storm and the Taranaki Thunder. So we won't take it personally if you head over to that, watch the end of that game and then come back for our one, which is due to tip off in about 4.5 minutes time. James Lisman along with Maya Williamson. That was pretty fun, that first game.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why we still have 5 minutes left to go before the next one,
Yes.
because the Rabbits just absolutely lit it up from beyond the arc. Nicole Gleeson, the number 3 scorer, I believe 6 or 7 twos to ice that one, 21-10 win. So huge one for them as we see another shooting display over there.
Yeah,
Goodness me.
It's in the background there. You can't see the score, but that really helps the Thunder. They try to knock out the Southland Storm and progress to the quarterfinals for them. Coming up for us, though, we have the Auckland Tuatara 7-6. They're going up against the Franklin Bulls at 5-8. So Franklin Bulls, a pretty young team. They have battled every possession of every game, which is why they've managed to make it into the playoffs. They've sort of wrapped up that spot relatively, not for sure, but definitely by the end of the last rounds, as we can see the Auckland Tuatara coming out. And the good news to them, they lost Ryan Lomatia, final game of day one. They have Taimori, you can see him warming up there. Because he's played in the pool games, he's actually eligible to play in the playoffs as well. They just can't make any change from now on, which I know those other 3 guys, Josh and Will, they're just super happy to have, and Ruben Fitzgerald, a 4th player.
Yeah, it was going to be a hard 3 days for them to play all these games with 3 players, and they possibly couldn't have been in the position they're in if they only had 3. Obviously, it's a demanding game with 4, let alone having to play with 3. We see the lineups there. Tuatara, the Ledgers, Will and Josh, and then Ruben Fitzgerald and injury replacement Tane Waddy.
Yeah, so Ruben Fitzgerald, number 2 scorer overall on the men's side, 108 points, 68 of them from behind the 2-point line. So roughly, half of his shots outside, half of his makes inside as well, and some free throws. For the Franklin Bulls, they have number 2, Corey Berry, number 4, Christian Varnell. He's the number 9 scorer, 89 points overall for him from the 13 games. Number 23, the big man, Casey Nwafor, and then number 38, I guess their spiritual leader, number 38, Brody Perry.
Yeah, Brody Perry is hard to miss. We probably don't even need to, detail which one he is. He is very much hard to miss with his blonde, luscious locks. I've been very impressed with this Bulls team. They are all really, really young. Christian Varnell and Brody Perry is still in high school, but they've done a really good job to really hold their own. Christian Varnell obviously leading the way in scoring, lighting it up from beyond the arc. Yeah, and I'm impressed to see these guys in the position that they're in.
Well, he's one of the quickest guards here in the competition. He's beaten a couple of guys off the dribble where I'm kind of surprised to see him do it over and over, but very quick, very shifty. Ruben Fitzgerald, though, probably the closest thing we've got in this tournament. I need to check the stats, but I feel like if the game's on the line, he is going to come through for you time and time again. I feel like he's hit probably 2 or 3 game winners or game tying buckets in the dying seconds.
Yeah, I saw him hit a game winner against the Taranaki Airs yesterday on the buzzer, a big 2 to close that one out. Watched him earlier this year at Tertiary Nationals for the University of Auckland, and he's just so shifty. I believe he made the tournament team for that. Super shifty guard, really strong for his size, able to take advantage of mismatches against guards, and then, of course, can shoot the light out as well. So I've been really impressed with what I'm seeing for him. Obviously, number 2 scorer, so he's going to be the main issue for the Bulls going into this one. Yeah,
both teams just finishing off their warm-ups. We'll be ready to do the check ball, I guess, in about 30 seconds' time here, as we look to see which team will progress from this game on and play. I need to check who they play against.
The Sharks later today in a quarterfinal. So the Sharks finished second in seeding.
Yeah, there was a four-way tie.
It was a four-way tie, yeah. So obviously 3x3, just so unpredictable. Obviously there's a huge traffic jam with some teams really just super even, just kind of whoever would win it on the day kind of thing. But Sharks have the number 1 scorer, Ethan Rusbatch. No, actually, he's number 3 now. He was number 1 after day 2, but number 3 now. Obviously, really high caliber player, that guy. So, it's going to be a hard battle from here. Just because you win this one doesn't mean you go on to have an easier day.
Not at all. Referees, you can see me at the top there. Hamish Dale, a thumbs up. We're ready to rock and roll. Tony Smith-Humwick, she's down on the baseline. Over on Sky Sports Select, it's the Who have they got? The Hawke's Bay Hawks going up against the Taranaki Ears. And good defence initially for us right here, though. Corey Perry, the stop against Will Ledger.
Yeah, Christian Vano, don't want to leave him open. Can't connect on that one, but he can get going.
Yeah, Ledger to Ledger, over to Fitzgerald, and too much space for him. Fortunate miss if you're a Bulls fan there. Here's Vano, kicks it over to Corey Perry. Back out to Vano. He's left wide, well, initially wide open. Ledger with the closeout, but he hits it anyway. Yeah,
big mismatch here down below. Josh Ledger, obviously a hard task for this Bulls team with two twin towers. You know, you've got Josh Ledger, who is obviously the bigger of the two, but Will Ledger, not small in stature either.
No, I think Josh plays a little bit more inside compared to Will. There's Tame Waddy, the kick-out pass, and that's helpful there. You got the wingspan. Ledger, strong drive. Look at that. Perry got his arm in there just to disrupt that shot.
Yeah,
forces a miss.
Brody Perry, not a leading scorer at all for this Bulls team, but just so physical defensively and able to match the physicality of people who are much bigger than him.
It's a 2-0 the score here. The Bulls using a bit of clock here. Corey Perry between the lane. Dumps it. Here we go. Oh, I suppose that was smart given there wasn't a whole lot of time. Mafua answered straight back by Will Ledger, 3-2.
Yeah, Will Ledger, that's kind of his game. I've seen him shoot nicely from the outside. He's got a really textbook form, unlike his brother who plays a big inside game. There he is, Josh Ledger, not in his house.
Yeah, Corey Perry's like, I'm just going to see what's going to happen. Oh, yeah, that wasn't a good choice. Josh Ledger, no jump there, just swats that back.
Probably could have done that in his sleep. Ruben Fitzgerald back in the ball game. Excited to see what he can do. What a good matchup we have here, Christian Vano and Ruben Fitzgerald.
Yeah, two high-caliber scorers. Tane Waddy, ball gets knocked away by Perry. He turns that into a chance to score, draws the foul instead. And you see just in the background Jeff Green, who's sort of a consultant, coaching consultant with the Franklin Bulls, just telling me how proud he is of the way these guys have played. Like, one of the youngest teams, if you've said they don't have an older leader, they are all high school aged or just out of high school. And, you know, just battle every possession, and that's why they find themselves with a chance. Need to win 4 in a row given where you've qualified, but they're still alive here when there's 4 teams already knocked out at this point in time.
Absolutely, and you'd hope that their association will be watching on proudly, and obviously these guys probably battling for some extra minutes in the Sal's NBL, so they could be earning themselves a spot in that case. Christian Vano with the kick to Brody Perry, yes!
Yeah, a little bit flat, but got it exactly on line, just got over the front of the rim and dropped in. Here's Waddy, nice drive and finish for the Waddies, man. 5-5 now.
And obviously, what a privilege for the Tuatara to have such a high caliber injury replacement. Prayers do go out to Ryan Lomatia. I heard he was on his couch watching the basketball all day long yesterday, so I'm not surprised if he'd be tuning in this morning as well.
Yeah, he'll be watching this game for sure. Mafua knocks the ball away, goes to the ground pretty hard. He's back up, got to get out of the key though. Vanoa floats it up. Mafua did get out, back in. And this is where we're talking with Judd Flavel. Really want to see him just explode up and hammer that down. As you can see now, guys are hitting the deck. Game number 14 for both of these teams. Yep. Session 7, day 4. It's getting harder and harder to lift yourself back up.
Yeah, but we're going to see an elevated amount of physicality. This game is do or die. The loser is done. They'll pack their bags. They'll go home. No one wants to be in that position, James. So obviously this is the fight of a lifetime for these guys, really.
It is, and you know, you've got to look at it one game at a time if you want to lift the cup. 4 straight wins they need to get to do it.
Wow.
As Vanoa says, this is why I'm number 8. I'm going to try and close up a little bit. Sorry, number 9, try and move up a bit as Fitzgerald's politicking for a foul call there.
Yeah, just his ability to shoot off the balance so quickly. And that last player, a quick give and go, gets it back, one dribble, step back, able to balance himself under a second and get a really nice shot off. See that again. Yeah,
Fitzgerald just a bit of a knock to the face there from Mafua. No malice. Only I shouldn't say only, it's the 15 foul for the Bulls, so that's something to be aware of. Fitzgerald misses, saves it behind the back, but to Corey Perry. And now match up, they've got to go up quick here, 3-second violation. And it's one of those things you've got to be aware, like the clock starts as soon as you get the ball on 3 seconds, not once the ball has been cleared, which kind of 5-on-5 basketball, it's once it crosses halfway. So I can understand why Nwafu was like, well, we haven't cleared it, so it's not technically halfway yet.
And also, obviously, he had that mismatch and he wanted to gain advantage of that as soon as he could. Speaking of mismatches, Corey Perry dribbles it out. Bulls still with a 3-point lead. They are getting into dangerous territory in terms of their foul. Tuatara haven't even committed a single one yet.
No, I know, and it's not, the Bulls are not going out of their way to deliberately foul people and stop them from getting a shot up. It's just that's the way the game's been going here. And that's one thing which the Tuatara have done pretty well throughout the tournament. Having Will and Josh Ledger, great height there as Nwafo knocks that away. 5 on the shot clock here. And Josh Ledger saying he's swiping his arms down. Yes, can be 100% true if there's not contact or it's contact not deemed to be too disruptive. It's just, let's play on.
And no good there from Tane Waddy. Bulls will remain with a 3-point lead. Could make it 5 at most here.
We go, Brody to Corey, corner just off the edge. Tane Waddy with the rebound. Here we go, Ledger looking for the back down, 3-second count in effect. Good defense here from Corey Perry. He's open for a split second, but he has Josh Ledger. So you've got to keep that wingspan in mind.
And yeah, Casey Nwafo, that's what he does, right? His clean-up crew with those long arms, able to just recover for the Bulls, put them ahead 4.
Well, it was a smart shot by Corey Perry. As Nwafo, 2-hand stuff there against, I'm not going to say the bigger, but maybe a little bit older Josh Ledger. Look at this, strong defense, slides in front. Able to knock that out of bounds. 8 on the shot clock here.
I want to say he is the leading shot blocker for the men's competition. Those long arms.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Like Isaac Miller-Joes, he'd be another one who'd be up there. He's had a couple.
And shot clock violation there for the Auckland Tuatara. So Bulls locking them up, keeping them only to 5 points. Ruben Fitzgerald, I don't even know if he's scored yet, James.
No, he's had a couple of good looks and hasn't been able to make them. It's basically been the couple of buckets that Vano has made. And that's pretty much the difference between the two teams here. First foul against the Tuatara. And I've talked to the Whai twice. They say they're the second best uniforms. I don't even let them say if they're the number 1.
Yeah, Whai take the cake with the uniforms. There's no arguments about that one. Do like these Tuatara
I do.
strip, though.
I agree. I think the more I see them, the more I like them as well. The script is nice. The colour, the sort of digital camo as well, it all does fit really good. And then their alternates, I think, have a bit of a Minecraft thing, or maybe it's their warm-up tops as well.
Tane Waddy can't get one to go. The Bulls are all over it this morning. If Tuatara don't make a change here, could see Bulls progressing even further. Fouled on the 2-point line. Brody Perry is a defensive menace.
Yeah, he does look up at the scoreboard there, sees that foul number 6. And this is roughly the time when Ruben Fitzgerald starts coming to life. 2 shots here from the TAB stripe.
Yeah, he likes to give the other team just a bit of a taster and then starts to put his foot down a little bit. We know he can complete greatness.
Yeah, I mean, if I asked him truthfully, like he took some truth to him, would you rather hit a game winner when the score's tied? You know, you're down 19-20, you hit a walk-off 2-point and that's it, you get to call game? Or would you rather just win comfortably? He'd probably be like, oh, my heart would say comfortably, but it's way more fun winning the second way.
Oh, yeah, well, he's clutch. He's got ice in his veins. No good on that one, but maybe it's too early in the game for him to start hitting, James.
Yeah, it's only halfway through, so plenty of time. 7-10, Brody Perry. Tough drive. Look at that find there. Nwafo, a good little float shot there from him. 7-11. Open all day is Ruben Fitzgerald. And here we go. It's game time now for him.
Yep, starting to heat up a little bit. Bulls still a 2-point lead, but obviously the closest deficit it's been since they've gone on a run. Christian Vano gets it to go over the taller Josh Ledger.
Well, it was speed there on display, getting past the first defender and then also able to just shoot way quicker than Ledger could be ready. Here's Vano, though. Somebody has got to get out there and get a hand up. He is not going to miss many if you leave him like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only can he knock it down, obviously we saw that finish against Josh Ledger. He's becoming a really 3-dimensional player, and he had that nice outstretched finish against Josh Ledger, extending the lead to 3 now. So obviously not comfortable. Things can change in a blink of an eye in 3x3, but Bulls have kind of held game control for a majority of this game.
We are Fitzgerald looking to put some pressure on the rim there. Here we go. So he scored 3 straight now for the Tuatara. Aggressive defense there. Does he force the turnover? He does. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. Make sure of that one. Game is 1 point difference here. Nwafo out to Corey Perry. What a shot there. Gets that to drop in.
Yeah, great finish. Could tie it up here. No good for Will Ledger. So you kind of think Tuatara creep back in it, but then Bulls just pull away again. Christian Vanot looking to dance.
Great pass in. Nwafo, he can hit these. Makes
Wow,
that one there, 15-11.
huge. That is huge for the Bulls. Ruben Fitzgerald does not want to let this game go to face up his own board.
Yeah, he's hit 4 straight. No, he hasn't. They had the dunk there, so 4 of the last 5 for the Tuatara. Here we are, Corey Perry out to Vanot, the quick fake.
Oh.
Take foul given up. The shot will not count, but you might as well have a practice.
And only 3 fouls for the Tuatara, so definitely a smart foul for Josh Ledger there. See the GJ Gardner replay. Ruben Fitzgerald all alone. Still a 3-point deficit for the Tuatara.
Yeah, this is anyone's game here. The foul situation does play into the Tuatara's favour. Great dump off pass here. Nwafo up, bounces down.
Yeah, we may see an upset here. Tuatara, nice finish. Tane Waddy, still though, down by 3.
Well, it's going to be close to a timeout time as the Tuatara have to get some defensive stops. Otherwise, it's not really going to matter what the foul situation is. And there we go. That's stop number 1 that they needed. Fitzgerald had his mini rest. He's back into the game saying, yep, this is the time, guys.
Yep.
This is where we're going to do it.
Yep, 2-point shot here. Could bring it within 2. Brody Perry, though, a great defensive player, has the assignment of Ruben Fitzgerald. Tane Waddy just going to recognise the mismatch and draw the foul. That's foul number 7, so it is going to be 2 shots now, and Bulls don't want to be giving any away after this.
Yeah, just a little bit too aggressive with the arm there. Corey Perry did about 95% of the job there as Tane Waddy cuts the lead to 2. One more shot from the TAB stripe still to come.
You just see Corey Perry there, hands on the knees. He won't be happy that he's given away that foul. Auckland inching now within 1.
Yeah, well, this is shaping up to be a very close finish between these two crosstown rivals. Nwafo no good on that too. Waddy picks up the rebound.
And a bucket here can even things up, or Tuatara can take the lead.
Strong defense. Look at that. Perry, 3 on the shot clock. He forces the turnover, which goes to Corey. Nwafo lays that one in. 2-point lead now for the Bulls. Black and yellow. And they're going up against the aqua, blue, green. Here we go. Waddy denied by Nwafo. You said he might be the leading shot blocker. Ledger's possibly up there as well. Look at that challenge.
Huge
what a finish.
The Bulls just so tidy this morning defensively, taking away the strengths of the Tuatara. Ruben cannot.
Yeah, he was like, I can't believe that shot didn't drop in. 18-15 the score here. Perry spins, sees Ledger, tries to give it to Nwafo. 1 on the shot clock. That's why it's a crazy shot. Play on though, it hit the rim.
And this could be huge. Josh Ledger denies a 3-point shot. 2-point shot, sorry, gets that one to go. They're within 2 now, only 2 minutes, and Bulls are ever so close to that 21-point.
Yeah, that was a great finish there. Josh Ledger. Nwafo went at him a couple of possessions ago. He repays the favour here. Have a look at this. There's the drive, the spin, and then just finishing before Nwafo can get back in front. Timeout taken here. Josh is hunched down and you can see Nwafo behind him. Both of those two guys have put in a ton of effort so far in this game.
Totally, and we're going to see an interesting finish here. A 2 from Tuatara. It could make things interesting. We don't know what's going to happen, but Bulls have been really tidy this morning, I've found. Offensively, so many different facets of scoring, and Brody Perry has just been an absolute menace defensively. He's done a very good job to slow the scoring of Ruben Fitzgerald. Obviously, that's not an easy task, James. Yeah,
so they go offense here. They put Vanot into the game, and then we have a foul there against Fitzgerald.
So
he's
one
just trying
to
to force a turnover, just seeing if he can sneak a change of position here. So check ball to Corey Perry. There we go, there's the screen, switch there, great play there. Vanot, Fitzgerald reads it perfectly, good strong defense. Vanot, Nwafo, deep 2, what a shot!
James, there's nothing else that the Tuatara could have done defensively there. Casey Nwafo just ice in his veins. Tuatara cut the lead to 3, but no margin of error.
Yeah, Will Ledger manages to force the turnover there, finishes it 17-20. You cannot give up a shot. Vanot, game! He calls it.
The Bulls, an upset.
Well,
wow.
We've seen them just put in the effort the whole way through. They win that one 21 to 17. Vanot off the screen, the floater before Josh Ledger can get over there. What an absolute battle between these two teams. Auckland Tuatara looking a bit dismayed. Ruben Fitzgerald lit it up for a bit, just couldn't quite get the looks that they needed there, but man, those young guys are going to be feeling pretty pumped.
Yeah, this is not really what I expected of this ball game. Just thought Tuatara had the height edge, had the experience edge, but wow, these young bulls are not to be messed with.
No, they progress. Who have they got next in the brackets, Maya?
They will have the Sharks.
The Sharks. Anyway, we've got Justin Nelson. He's over with Christian Bunnell now.
Thanks, James. Hey, great win, and the Bulls roll on. They charge on.
Yeah, for sure. It was a hard-fought win, but just good to get this one out of the way.
Up against the Sharks next.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough one, but hopefully we can get the win soon.
Hey, the Bulls have sent down a young team here to the 3x3 Cup, and it looks like between the four of you, you've just really grown in stature the longer the competition has gone on. How does it feel amongst the group?
Oh, it feels great, eh? Just improving as the games go on, so yeah, it's good for us.
And I think, as we've seen from a lot of young players here at the 3x3 Cup, just the valuable minutes here playing 3x3 and the future in the Sal's NBL, do you think getting the opportunity here will certainly help you develop and go further in your career in the NBL?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a good preparation for the NBL, so it's good to get some minutes playing basketball for the franchise, so yeah.
Hey, rest up. Quarterfinals on the way. Good luck against the Sharks.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Kia ora, thank you very much for that, Justin Nelson along with Christian Bunnell. What a battle there. That was exciting, Maya.
Yeah, that was absolutely electric, and the young guns, the Bulls, they've done it. Obviously a hard game this afternoon for them, but how good was that?
Anyway, after the break here on Sky Sports 9, we have the Nelson Giants undermanned as Sam Dempster will talk about his injury concerns when we come back. They're going up again. They're number 5. They're going up against the number 4 seed Manawatu Jets. Both teams identical 9-4 records. 1 minute. We'll be back here on Sky Sports 9. Kia ora, welcome back to Sky Sports 9. James Lisserman along with Maya Williamson. Finishing warm-up for the 7 players that we are assuming are going to take part in this game. 4 for the Manawatu Jets in green. 3 for the Nelson Giants, as you can just see there. Sam Dempster, this is from his mouth, Maya Williamson, very aggressive back spasms, which is why he hardly played yesterday in the second session. Didn't get any sleep at all, but he was going to give it a go in the warm-ups, but just, I think, decided walking in, painful. So he's going to do as much as he can as kind of a on-the-bench coach here for the rest of his team.
Yeah, super disappointing. You can see the lineup there for the rest of his team. A bunch of young guns. Obviously Sam Dempster at 8, but 4 Max Patterson, 7 Aston Inwood, 3 Tyler Hobart. All boys that he coached a few years back at Nelson College. They've all moved on, obviously, to do their respective things. But obviously, I think he wanted to give it maybe one last run with these young guns. Obviously, a little bit on the older side, so his body not able to hold up as well as these young guns. They'll just have to get it done with 3, James.
Well, it's not impossible. It's tough, though. The Jets, they're one of my teams that I just like the balance of their team. Number 6, Campbell Scott. Number 13, Jackson Stent. What is he? He's a number 5 leading scorer of the competition. 9, Liam Judd, who's had some posters. And then number 2, Simon Lafayette. Referees for this game, we have Melanie O'Connor and Regan Ashley just walking down to the baseline, as we're about ready to roll here. Number 5, the Giants play number 4, the Jets. 9-4 record. Day 1, they played each other. Jets took that one 22-17. and they're both averaging around 20 points a game. Giants 19.5 through pool play, the Jets 20.3.
Yeah.
My pick's the Jets, knowing that Debs is limited and we're probably not going to see him at all.
Well, I just think as well, this Jets team is quite a tall team.
Yep.
Like, you see all the three out here are quite oversized. Judd does play as a guard, but he is oversized as a guard. And obviously now Sam Dempster, their main physical big player, injured. So it's going to be tough for these guys. And obviously they have a big day ahead of them as well. The Rams will play the Hawks later on in the day to decide who will play the winner of this in the semi.
Anyway, here we go. Jackson Stent straight away to the post. Can't make the hook shot. Gets his own rebound. You see, they just pretty much said, right, where have we got the massive size advantage? And that's where they went to. Here's Tyler Herbert. Spins off Stent and, well, I guess the ball got knocked away. I thought he travelled it. Stent gets the block there. 2 on the shot clock here. Giants will have the ball at the top.
And if anything is going to get the Giants over to that 21-point mark, it's going to be Tyler Herbert. You know, he's been electric for these guys, a really efficient scorer. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Tyler Herbert.
And good battle for the rebound there. Goes to Aston Inwood. He draws the first foul. Giants with a chance to take a very early 1-0 lead. Aston Inwood here. Just takes time to settle him. I think you should take as much time as you can, knowing you pretty much don't have a substitute ready to come in.
Yeah, these guys had some tough games yesterday, some close must-win games with 3 players. So obviously their bodies are going to be tired, but you've got to leave it all out on the line today. It's do or die. Simon Lafayette with ease over Max Patterson.
Yeah, just recognised how he was playing him. Took this sort of, you know, got the balance and then went up and finished. Offensive foul called there.
Yeah, moving screen.
One of the points of emphasis this year, and it does make it, you know, you've got to set good screens. You've got to use them at the right time.
On-ball screen there into a flare for Liam Judd. Leaping Liam Judd gets up. Probably not the first one we'll see from him today, James.
No, that was pretty business-like there. Just, I'm going to flush this one down easily. Score is 2-1 now. The Jets in green, the Giants in their black uniforms.
You can just see these Giants boys are tired, James.
Yep.
Like, Max Patterson looks exhausted. Obviously, he does a lot of work defensively as well, and it's just so physically demanding with 4, let alone 3. Jackson Stent can't get that to go.
Yeah, good strong defense there by Inwood. Dribble, he gives it over to Herbert. Little fake. He goes up against Campbell Scott off the edge of the rim, gets his own rebound. I think he thought he was going to be more covered than he was. Waited a little bit, does draw the foul though, and a chance to get a rest, so it's probably good. And score 1 from the TAB stripe.
I'm sure they'll be doing that as much as they can. Sam Dempster, obviously a high IQ player. He'll know and have instructed these boys to do whatever they can to get a rest.
First shot, well, the first and only shot goes in. 2-2 the score now. Campbell Scott, lob pass inside, Stent. Oh, he had a lot more time than that. Inwood doesn't use the left at all, just grabs it with his right, up and in. So 1 point in, second one about to come.
Yeah, Aston Inwood been a secret weapon almost for these Giants guys. He's so fast in his change of direction, able to get back cuts, things to go, and a really nice finisher around the rim, both sides.
Yeah, and he's capable of guarding guys in the post a lot bigger than him because he's quick and he can move around, also take a bit of a hit. Misses that, gets his own rebound, misses that. Lafayette with the rebound. He's dribbling it out under some pressure from Patterson.
And he sees just bullies there. Obviously nothing Max Patterson can do, however, does a good job to get the stop there on Simon Lafayette. Can he connect with this one? Tyler Herbert is doing work for clean-up crew this morning.
Yeah, the offensive rebounder, I guess. That's his job in the Giants. Here we are, Stent drives, left hand just smooth there.
Yeah, he's missed a couple of bunnies this morning, so he'll want to get that one on the board, even things up.
3-3 the score now. Ball gets tipped there by Judd. Inwood loses his footing, gives it to Patterson. Kind of uses the on-the-ground screen there. Shot is off in time, misses though. Here's Judd here, over to Stent. Deep 2, he hasn't taken any of them this game yet.
He is a very successful two-point shooter, though, with a high and quick release. It's really hard to stop. Max Patterson, talking of hard to stop, from beyond the arc. So, unpredictably, Giants take an early lead.
5-3, Herbert another rebound, and Patterson just hits the ground there. I think he's okay, though. I think it was just a bit of a surprise. Inwood Ball gets raked. A bit of a flex there. 6-3 the score now. He's at the TAB line for one. Patterson's
second and one, James.
It is. Look at this. Yeah, there's the rake there on the left arm.
Aston Inwood is ensuring his team is going to go through, doesn't want to go down. Want to probably do it for Sam Dempster.
Well, if they do this one, they've got two more after that. In and out. Lafayette the rebound. Campbell Scott, he shot very well from behind the arc in this competition too.
Yeah, he had a with the Jets and the Sal's NBL as well as he gets that one to go. Max Patterson, second one from beyond the arc. Can he heat up?
Well, that's a great answer there. Basket will not count. Foul is on the ground, just out of frame. You can see, well, we can see Regan Ashley signalling that is on the ground there. It is not going to count.
Only the second foul as well for Giants, so nothing to worry about for them.
And they should use their fouls, I think, mainly to give themselves a rest. Here we are, Judd. Good job to regain control of that. 8-5 the score now. Inwood, so quick when he decides to drive. Pops it, no good. Campbell Scott the rebound. Judd back to Scott. He rips over the top. In, skips through, can't make that. Gets his own rebound, up and in. So Jets starting to play a bit more physical at the rim.
Yeah, and just taking advantage of those size mismatches, like you said. Obviously, the Giants got going early, but they've still got 6 minutes to play and fatigue. But Tyler Herbert laying it in. Yeah,
the double crossover there as he was fitting through the gap, finishes at the rim. Judd for two. And 1 point game now. You can see there, Max Patterson trying to let the ball go out of bounds. Regan Ashley was like, no, you've got to pick that up now. It's not going to go out. Inwood, the drive, the finish, 10-8.
Yeah, and like we said, Aston Inwood has been really so influential and monumental for this Giants team. Really nice finisher around the rim. Super simple. Can he get it done from beyond the arc? He can't do that. 2 point lead now for Giants. Jets have a chance to tie it up.
Look at that. Double back cuts there. Judd, the fadeaway. Lafayette just creates some space here as he clears out Patterson. Get the tip in, 10-9.
Yeah, and that's where they can really do some damage as well, I think. If they can get some offensive rebounds going to generate extra possessions, that's what they don't want to give up. And 1-2.
Yeah, so Tyler Herbert makes the two, so it's going to be 12-9. He is taking his time to get up.
Yeah, and Tyler Herbert played in tournament before this. I cannot remember the name of the tournament. It was the...
I think it was the Asia Cup. He played for the New Zealand under-23 team.
Just previous to this week, James, he was up in Auckland playing in a 5-on-5 tournament.
The SAS Slam.
Yeah, the SAS Slam, and obviously he said he had a big week there, kind of re-injured himself a little bit with a back niggle, so obviously he's been tired and sore coming into this tournament, and he has to play a multitude of games.
Then we see Lafayette and Stent just doing work around the rim there, getting that follow. 13-10. The Giants are going to be proud of this. Herbert, the step back, no good. Lafayette picks up the rebound. He clears it out.
Yeah, and just...
I think this is off his knee. It is going to be off his knee. Good defense from Patterson there.
Yeah, what I'd like to see from this Jets team is I think they've got the right idea and that they're trying to get to the rim, obviously, and going at Max Patterson, but some 2-foot stops just to collect yourself a little bit, and then you can have the ability to explode up and finish at the rim. There's really no way that Max Patterson would be able to stop that had he had a 2-foot stop, hold the ball high and go up. Yeah,
tiny timeout taken here. Giants 13-10. I didn't check who called the timeout. I could argue either way. The Giants, it's about halfway through if you're planning. This is going to be our rest break. Jets, we're the team which is down. We might want to take it as well.
So Rams will play the Hawks, who beat Ayers comfortably this morning in the play-in game. And the winner of that will go on to play the winner of this in a semi-final. So big day today.
All right, here we have Tyler Herbert up the top, receiving the check ball from Campbell Scott. Nice back cut. Inwood scores that again. Stent just let him have it. 14-10 now.
Yeah, Giants have some really nice set plays, and then after they've run those fields a little bit, they have nice sprinkle plays. Obviously, the usage of Aston Inwood, who is a fast cutter with a nice change of direction, does a really good job at generating extra offensive sets for them. Can't get that one to go, Liam Judd. Giants.
Patterson shoots it very quickly. Jets have to be careful not to foul too much more. They're already on 5. Smart little tip there from Scott. Out to Stent for 2. Makes that one 14-12.
And this may be
just where that extra player may come in handy now for the Jets.
and can be dangerous if Jackson Stent can get going as well. Quick high release. Aston Inwood is not having it this morning.
No. Great finish there against the taller Stent. Scott, the answer for 2. 1 point game, 15-14 now.
And this is what we've seen from the Jets all week. This is why they are one of the favourites in this tournament. They can shoot the lights out, but Tyler Herbert is not having it.
Stent was open for 2, no good there. Judd just missed the bunny there. I think he initially wanted to foul. Patterson, what an answer. Momentum shift with that, 18-14. Scott, the miss here. Judd, the rebound. He is given the foul there.
Yeah, and I just think that's what they needed to do. They need to generate extra positions with offensive rebounds. If all of them crash, they have a significant height advantage, and the athleticism of Liam Judd, Simon Lafayette, and Jackson Stent, definitely the favourite over the Giants. So I think they need to generate them extra positions. Obviously, only 3 points away, the Giants, from a win.
Yep.
So they've got to do some serious work now.
It's tough. Virtually no margin for error here. They need to score at least 5 more points to get, well, I suppose 4 more points to force overtime. But they've got to be pretty much perfect defensively. Stent, high post, turns around. It's a long 1 point shot. It was exactly what you said. Lafayette, he's saying I was going up with that. It's going to be on the floor, though, I think.
Yeah, and a smart foul there as well, just to disallow an easy putback there, and only their 4th foul. So, yeah, a really smart foul there from Tyler Herbert.
Judd here turns it over inwards. He has cleared it. Well, he makes sure of it, giving it back to Patterson. The drive, Judd.
Oh, what a finish.
Man, he was not giving up on that play. 19-14. Well, this may destroy my bracket. Stent, answer is not there. 3-17.
Yeah, I think our brackets have been obliterated this morning.
Rip them up and throw them away.
No, I have gotten every pick wrong this morning. Just, there's been a number of upsets already,
Oh, that's
James.
what happens in 3x3. And with the cut, the finish, 20-14 now. Giants are looking like they're going to progress to the semi-finals here. Lafayette, no good. Rebound. Gets the foul on the ground there. Both teams on 5 team fouls each now.
So there's plenty of time, but defensively, Jets have literally no margin of error.
They can foul once, but it's going to be on the floor.
And then they have 7 points to make up.
Yep.
So, I don't know. It's going to be a job hard done. I think Giants are going to get away with one here, James.
They look like it. They picked the right time. Here we go. Scott scores an easy one. I suppose you've got to take points when they're there because you know you're going to have to play multiple defensive positions. Patterson into the lane. Inwood, the drive. He stepped on the baseline there. Lafayette, a good job to body him out of bounds.
Glimpse of hope here for the Jets. They can bring it within 3. But again, every defensive position has to be like that.
Here we are, the check up the top. There's Scott. Judd swinging through. Lafayette just sort of rolls in there, and that allows Scott to get all the way to the rim.
Yeah, well, they're not going to try and defend that too hard. Just get the possession and try and do this. Liam Judd does not want to lose this ball game. Max Patterson is going to have to try and call it. He cannot.
Battle for the rebound. It's going to be off inwards. Yep, it's going to be green ball here. So they've hung in their super hard defensive positions the last 2. They've cut the lead from 6 down to 4.
Yeah, a 2 could bring them within 2 now. But again, it's so difficult because every defensive position matters for them. They can afford to give away 1 foul. That's all. Great finish. Campbell Scott got to the rim 3 times the last 3 possessions.
And Patterson there just kind of shoved into Scott, knew that he was inside the restricted area, drew the delay of game warning there. That allows the Giants to reset. Mini rest for them. 20-17 the score now. Patterson, he was open. They don't need 2, which is kind of why he second-guessed himself. Maybe should have taken it. Herbert, 2 on the shot clock for the win. Can't get it. Lafayette gets the rebound. He's got Scott wide open in the corner. Good look for 2.
Oh my, Campbell Scott. Campbell Scott. It is his game today. Simon Lafayette fouls.
Let's have a look at this. Is it going to be 1
It's
shot?
going to be 1. It's going to be 1.
The foul call. It is 1 shot here. Herbert, a chance to win the game from the TAB line. Have a look at this. He just went so fast here. He is definitely going up.
Simon Lafayette, just an ill-disciplined foul. He did not really need to do that.
I think he was going to get the layup if he didn't get over there. It was tight. Judd's just switching sides.
So this could ice the game, but a miss could get possession of Jets, and they could win it. They have the opportunity to win it if Tyler misses this. Game over.
Oh,
big,
look at that.
Big upset. The Giants win it with 3, James.
I know, well, they've got 2 more games to go as well if they want to lift the cup there. What an awesome display there from those guys. Inwood had so much effort just chasing down loose balls, but they came through, got a massive win there. Jets didn't give up, cut it to 19-20 when they were down 6 earlier.
And we're going to see Tyler Herbert with Nick Bewley here. He's the man who iced the game, has iced multiple for Giants throughout this tournament.
I know. Anyway, we have Nick Bewley. He's standing by with Tyler Herbert now.
Cheers, James, here with Tyler Herbert, closing a game again. What a battle, though, 21-19. Talk us through it.
Well, obviously we're still down a player because Dems is out. So we knew that we had to fight because we lost to them in pool play on the first day. So, yeah, we just had to come in. We've been playing well, even though we're down to 3. It was a tough one. Those boys play hard. So, yeah, it was real hard to get that one out. But, yeah, we did it, and now we're on to the next.
What does it say about the character of this young trio, yourself, Aston and Max, to just keep getting yourself up off the canvas and delivering?
Well, we like to say we're all dogs, so we just fight until the last buzzer, really. So yeah, that's about it.
First through to the semi-finals. Congratulations. Rest up. We'll see you later on.
Thank you, brother.
Kia ora, thank you very much for that, Nick, along with Tyler Herbert. If you want to head over to Sky Sports Select, you can watch last 3 minutes 32 of the men's other quarterfinal here, the Whai up currently against the Saints 10-6. Over on Sky Sports 9 we have Tavake Pacifica. They're going to be taking on the mainland Pouakai. What is this? This is the 4-5 quarterfinal as well on the women's side right here. Sky Sports 9, 1 minute time. We'll be right back. Kia ora, welcome back to Sky Sports 9 here. Just getting through the finishing stages of the warm-up. Mainland Pouakai in their navy uniforms are going up against Tavake Pacifica in the white. James Lisserman along with Maya Williamson. If you do want to watch the end of the game over on court number 1, that you can see in the background there, 2-point game, 3 minutes to go. That is over on Sky Sports Select. But hey, then come back here, right, Maya?
Yeah, come back because we've got an exciting quarter-final matchup here between Tavake and Pouakai. And I'm going to stop predicting games, James, because this day has been full of upsets. We did a little bracket in the morning, didn't we? And mine has been completely obliterated in the first round for the men's side.
Yeah, I don't mind if you just throw it away and lose it.
No, I'm just going to rip up this paper because women's side been a little more safer. But yeah, we've just seen upset after upset. Here we have the Pouakai, who may be the favourites coming into today's game. Taina Day, Rosalia Samia, Kavana Leni and Lauren Whitaker. So they've had a pretty good tournament so far. Probably the number 1 seed over Tavake in this game.
Yeah, they did win their first match-up back on day 2, 20-14. They're the defending champs. However, Rosalia Samia is the only returning player for the mainland Pouakai. Players for Tavake Pacifica, number 11, Asia Leofo, number 12, Rihanna Rangi-Brown. 21, Trinity Pau. She has had a knee injury. We'll be able to see it soon. Her left one is pretty heavily strapped. And number 13, Eliana Tuaiti. They're averaging just over 15 points a game. Had a 5-4 record. Pouakai 6-3 and averaging 18.6. But this is going to be a physical battle between these two teams.
And I just think Lauren Whitaker may have the upper hand because Trinity Pau, like we said, is injured. And she has tried to play through it, however, definitely not at the full capacity at which she can normally play at. I saw her, you see her there just limping. She's not walking properly, so it's obviously going to be hard for her to play a game of 3x3. But again, you just never know what's going to happen in 3x3.
Yeah, no, well, that's what we've seen. The first two games, like, who do you think's going to win? Well, that's not what's going to happen.
No.
So referees for this game, Jilly Harris at the top and Tony Smith-Humwick on the baseline. And we're ready to rock here.
So you can get the first point in this quarter-final. Winner will go on to play in a semi against Queens and Thunder, whoever wins that game.
So good drive from the off-ball, no good. Pyle gets the rebound. Here we go, Pouakai, a chance to tie. Day misses that. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. We'll stay with the Pouakai as Samia did a good job to battle for that rebound.
Yeah, Rosie Samia had herself a tournament, obviously. An experienced 3x3 player. She's number 4 in scoring, 59 points overall.
There we go, Lauren Whitaker. She drives hard to the rim. She's scoring pretty well. Makes that one there as well. She is number 7. So Rosie, number 4. Lauren, number 7. That's where you want to focus your defensive attention on those two.
Yeah, Lauren is just such a dominant player, James. Perfect for 3-on-3 because she can score from everywhere on the court, but also defend guards and bigs alike. She is talented. Such a bright future ahead of her. Only 18 years old, freshly 18.
There we go. Basket won't count. The foul was before the catch there.
Yeah, smart foul there from Rosie Samia, not giving away an easy bucket for Trinity Pau. She's lining up, thinking she's going to shoot a free throw, but no, it's going to be a check up the top.
Yeah, Lauren Whitaker, I think, signed with Gonzaga.
Yep.
So heading over there next season.
Yeah, indeed. Plays second at secondary school nationals with St Andrews College. Made the tournament team there. Was one of the leading scorers, to no surprise.
There is a battle for the rebound there. Rangi-Brown going into the brick wall that Tiana Day built. But then all three Tavake Pacifica players battling for that rebound there to allow no easy clearances.
Yeah, well, this Tavake team is just so physical. Every game I've seen them play, just incredibly aggressive defense. Asia Leofo.
Ball
Smart move.
Yeah, got stripped there by Day. And it's kind of weird, like the ball went to Tavake, only 10 on the shot clock though. And I think that's what Leofo was saying. Like, shouldn't we have 12? Because they had the ball after the rebound. 5 on the shot clock here.
5 seconds to work with Trinity Pau. Looks to go against Lauren Whitaker, but I don't think she quite realised the shot clock was winding down. Good aggressive defence for the Pouakai, recognising that the ball was being forced up. They had nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's just a bit of it. You need to take control. You need to recognise how much is on the shot clock. That should mainly be either the point up the top who's receiving the check or the player who's on the substitution chair. Whitaker makes another bucket. Second chance for a 2-point play here.
Yeah, pretty hard knock she took to the head. We see the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Just beats her off the dribble. Trinity Pau on the back foot. Obviously no ill intent with that one. No. Just trying to block the shot. But lead could go to 4 now. Sorry, to 3. Bad math from me.
Yeah, the Pouakai, they've struggled to score in a number of games. So seems to be a real focus here. And Tuaiti just stepped back onto the line. And I'm going to be Tony Smith-Humwick is right. She's the one looking at the lines. And just so many players instinctively step back. I believe that's what happened. Very tight game over on Sky Sports Select. If you are looking to go there, final minute of action, 1-point game on that court. Sky Sport 9 though, we have our quarterfinal in action here. Pouakai and Navy up against Tavake Pacifica in white. Great D from Tuaiti there. Gets to steal the turnaround.
Wow.
Well,
big play.
That is like Taki Farrington had one for the New Zealand Tall Blacks. Tuaiti says, that's a good idea. I'm going to get the steal straight into a 2-point make. Whitaker battles through everyone. Can't get the shot to drop.
Yeah, this is a physical game to start our day. Kiki Lenny, nice dish off to Tiana Day. And then the offensive rebound. She's all over it this morning. Lauren Whitaker sizes up against Trinity Pau and gets one to go.
Well, she's gone to the rim the last couple of possessions. That time took the step back. So inside and out. Tuaiti doesn't make that, but it's almost a perfect pass to Pa'u. Can't make that one. Lenny from the corner, just too short. Pa'u knocks it out. It will be Pouakai ball up at the top.
Wow, what a physical, fast-paced game we have already. Both these teams are dying to make the semi-final.
8:11 to play here. Pouakai up 6-3. Only 2-1 the foul count. Here we go. The Pouakai. Day drives in. She gets met by Tuatara. Turnaround, no good. Samia, she is doing a lot of work. Can't make the bucket there though. Rangi Brown, we have seen that a lot. Lenny, someone gets half past her. She's like, well, this is perfect for me to start my own block party.
Yep, Kiki Lenny. Kiki is Kavana's nickname. She had a block party this tournament, I believe. She would definitely be among the top shot blockers in the women's competition. Just such an athlete. You see her getting the steal there. Ball in the hands of Rosie Samia for a two of her own. Yes, Pouakai are to 5-point lead.
Yeah, 8-3, 7:39 to go here. And yeah, like whatever Josh Thompson has said in regards to we've got to get more points on the board a bit quicker than what we have been doing. It is working so far for them. Pau in the high post there. Gets knocked a little bit into Rangi Brown. She drives, inside hand, no good. Pau, the quick rebound, got to put it up. Good hook shot there against the bigger Whitaker.
Yep, so they're staying in this, and then they get a nice tip on that one, see if they can get a bucket, but no, Taina Day comes up with the ball.
He just yanked it, didn't she? The rebound was right there. She just said, well, I'm just going to grab that from you. Day gets blocked, though, straight to Whitaker. The buzzer went off. I think it's for the other court, which is why everyone froze for a moment there. Easy bucket there for the Pouakai, 9-4 now.
See if they can get this one to go. Lauren Whitaker short, but follows up her attempt. Obviously, defender Trinity Pa'u just can't keep up with the speed considering her injury. Pouakai lucky to have possession again.
There we go, a foul there, which won't be the worst thing in the world, as it does allow some substitutions for both teams. Leofor and I think it was Lenny come into the game.
Tuatara has been their physical defender up the top. I've seen her strip a few and get a few, what are they called, tie balls as well. But just gives away a foul on that one. Taina Day can't hit anything. There's Tuatara.
Good kick around. Leofor hits the two there. 6-9 the score now. Kavana Lenny, the drive. Good strong defense there from Tuatara. There is still 6:30 to play. 6 on the shot clock here.
See on the other court coming now is going to be the quarterfinal between the Queens and the Thunder. So the winner of that game plays the winner of this.
Whitaker gets denied there by Pa'u. Great defense there. 2 on the shot clock. That took 4 seconds off. Quick defense is all that Tavake has to play here. Knowing there's probably going to be a quick shot and then they have to box out, make sure they get the rebound.
So Pouakai off to a firing start, but Pacifica staying around. Rosie can't get that one to go. They could bring it within 1 here, James, with a 2. But
Yep,
Pouakai not going to let that happen.
Whitaker draws the foul there against Pa'u. Foul number 4 for Tavake Pacifica. 6-9 still. Rosalia Samia just waiting for the check ball up the top.
Low scoring game, obviously off to a flurry at the start of the game, but has slowed down a little bit. Eliana Tuatara, there is her fighting defense. 3 seconds in the key. Lauren obviously took the fall and then unable to get out of the key in time.
Yeah, I mean, she did affect the play too, because it made it hard for Tavake Pacifica to get around here. Like, no intent there, but you still got an advantage out of it if the 3 seconds wasn't called. But that was brought about by Tuatara just playing strong defense, knocking the ball away.
Yep, she's done a really good job at that. Like mentioned, nice kick out to Taina Day. And boom, Pouakai finally gets something to go now. So up to 11, 5-point lead, nothing too huge. Just notably on the other court, Zoe Richards looked like she's cleared to play. So she took a big hit yesterday and we were unsure what her status would be for today, but looks like she's been cleared, given the go-ahead. So the Queens, after playing their last pool game with 2, still have 4 on day 4.
Yeah, and Jacinta Beckley is starting the game as well on the court, which is a good sign for them as well. But yeah, the stakes are higher today, so you expect players to push through a bit, which is why Sam Dempster, like, You knew he wanted to be out there. He'll be so happy that his guys pulled off the win without him. But these two teams both relatively healthy. Pahu probably the worst injury. Leopo has a bit of a right elbow issue as well. Good two there from Tuatara. 8-11 the score now.
Yeah, so you kind of think that Pouakai start to pull away and then Tavake just stay around in it. And nice little dump pass there to Rosie. Can't get the finish, but she'll get the O board. Kiki, she can do this. No, she can't, though, in this ball game. 11-8, James.
The pass inside. Pahu in, out. Tuatara, another one. 10-11 the score now.
Yeah, she shot well today. I believe that might be her third too. So staying within it. Only 1 point now. Offensive board from Kiki, but just can't finish.
Day, she's hit her last two. Short on this one. Pahu gets the rebound here, kicks it out to Leopo. So Tavake, a chance to get the lead here if they get a two. Or tied up. Tuatara, a bit of time. Look for the pass. 2 on the shot clock here.
Yep.
No, it's a turnover, so it's going to be a full reset. Pouakai ball at the top.
Tana Day did a good job to get underneath the roller in that one. Get a hand to it, obviously tipped into Trinity Pa'u's hand. Pouakai will be desperately wanting a score. Kiki Lenny loves a step back. I don't think she really needed to do that. You can see she's frustrated with herself.
Yep.
She subs herself off. Always need a little bit of a break to regain some composure.
Well, these have been very, very quick breaks. Those last two players, only about 15 seconds on the seat before they get called back into the game on each team.
Just nature of 3x3. Tuatara.
Look at
lovely
that.
pass to Pa'u. It's all tied up here, James.
What a great catch and finish on the reverse there. Whitaker, no good. Rangi Brown picks up the rebound. And the scoring is cooling off a bit now for the Pouakai. Rangi Brown, what a shot
Wow. Huge finish through contact. Tuatara is making it difficult for Rosie Samia here. Lays the ball up. It's tied up once again.
there. 12-12. There's a bit of support for the Tavake team. Their men's players, I can see Josh Tutunga-Laval and Josh Nicol. Actually, I can see all 4 of them there.
Yeah, they have a
the
really
background.
cool culture there. Just both teams always coming and supporting each other's games. Tavake with a 1 point lead. And out of bounds call for Lauren Whitaker.
Yeah,
Tavake, they could go up 3 here.
Yeah, strong defense by Pahu. Bad decision by Whitaker there. Just so used to people normally calling a foul as we have a timeout there. Pahu had the spot and she's just trying to force something to happen there. Unfortunately, she forced the ball out of bounds and a turnover. Tavake, 1 point lead. They're going to have the ball as well, so a bit of soul searching here. You can see Rosalia Samia like really trying to exhort her teammates. Like, we've got to pick it up. Like, we started off so well. We've let them get back into the game. We've got to keep looking for good open twos and aggressive on the rebounds and be expecting that physicality.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Lauren Whitaker do a little bit more what she did at the start of this game, getting the ball on the 3 point line and then just attacking Trinity Pa'u downhill. I feel like even healthy, she's got a quick, foot speed advantage over Trinity Pa'u. But again, Trinity Pa'u a little bit ill health with her knee, so I'd like to see Lauren Whitaker take advantage of that a little bit more to help Pouakai's scoring drought at the moment.
There we go, Tavake off the ball. Not much happening here. 3 on the shot clock. We can hear the countdown. Rangi Brown just in time. Can't make it. Day with the rebound for the Pouakai.
Yep, so important position now. Just not letting things get out of hand. Tavake, big rebound. Rangi Brown doing what she can to get herself into the semi-final.
Asia Leofor, drive to the left, tough shot there. What a catch there, but Whitaker up to the task, gets the block.
And that's what we're going to see, right? Lauren Whitaker trying to attack Trinity off the dribble. Can't get that one to go, though. A lot of contact let go.
Oh, I think that was good defense. Like, Pahu was right there. She was going into her chest, dislodging her. Pahu, they are looking pretty shattered there, going against each other. Day didn't look at the hoop that time, gave it to Samia. Tries to flip the screen there. Samia for 2. Back iron. Leofold, good box out, gets the rebound.
Pacifica just clamping up at the moment.
Oh.
Leofold puts her foot down. It's a 3 point lead. Big swing for Tavake and Pouakai in a scoring drought at the moment. They just can't get anything to go, James.
Yeah, Whitaker knocks it out of bounds, so you can't take another timeout if that was your only one already burned. It is hard. Mini huddle there. It's going to be Tavake's ball at the top. Everyone wants a bit of a rest here.
Yeah, and well, Lauren or Trinity can't take a break, really, because they're the only people on either team that can defend one another.
So her knee has held up pretty well, like despite the heavy strapping. Deep two, just too strong there for Tuatara. You hear the shot clock go off. Lenny for two. Back rim, Pouai chases down the rebound. Blind pass out to Leopold. She checks the time and score. Up by 3. Hezi tries to get inside. Whitaker gets the steal there. Tuatara stays with Lenny. This is probably the best 2-point shooting lineup for the Pouakai. Whitaker has to shoot it. 4 on the clock, makes it.
Big one there for Whitaker. Finally some success after a drought. 1 point for Tavake though, and they are not letting up. All the momentum now in their favour. 4 seconds on the shot clock after their out of bounds violation.
Yeah, smart play by Tuatara just to retain possession there. Mini rest, and Pouai, I can see her hobbling now. Rangi Brown says, come on, we've got 1 minute 49 to go here. You can do it, we've got the lead here. Team fouls 4-1, Pouakai favour. Rangi Brown, deep two, no good. Day does get the rebound, finds Samia.
Right, so Pouakai can take a lead here or even things up. Kiki Lenny to the rack. Aliana Tuaiti commits a foul, and it'll be one shot. So things can tie up here. Kiki can get this one to go. Lauren Whitaker will check back in.
And it's a tough one for Tuatara. Like we've seen so many times where those sort of strip attempts are just called, yep, out of bounds, good defense. That one there must have had a bit of a arm there. So quick and so hard. I mean, we're on the side. No way we can see it here.
And just notably, Trinity Pa'u not on the court right now. Lauren Whitaker is though. So this could be an advantage for the Pouakai. Recognising a mismatch, not really anyone here who can match the size of Lauren Whitaker. It could be an opportunity for them. 3 seconds to put something up.
Yeah, 2 straight air balls there. Unlucky for Tavake Pacifica. Here we go. Lenny recognises Whitaker has the mismatch inside. Tie game, 15-15.
It's getting exciting, James.
Leoffo, the answer, no good. Out of bounds. And Pouai is going to have to come back very soon. And it's going to be right now she comes back into the game.
So Pouakai will take on the winner of this game.
Yep.
Will take on the winner of the Queens vs Thunder over on Sky Sports Select right now. Both games very close.
Yeah, it's in the balance on both courts. Sky Sport 9 here. Select, great back cut. Lenny, make sure of that layup there, 16-15.
Yeah, big position for Tavake now. They don't want to let the lead slip up any more than it is right now. Trinity Pa'u in a non-favourable position. They've only got 1 second, but Rosie whistled for a foul.
Well, that was similar to the last one. So it's one that's gone against each team. Resets the shot clock. Full 12 here for Tavake. They're down 1. I'd kind of like to see Leopold come back into the game to try and get a 2-point bucket. They take a timeout. Smart play there if you want a bit of a rest to wait as long as possible before saying, yeah, we actually want the timeout, please.
So only 2 fouls for Pouakai. They're in a good position. Tavake only have 1 to give before they are in the bonus, and Pouakai will go to the line to shoot 2 on every foul. Pacifica don't need a 2 here. Would be favourable if they did get 1, but I don't imagine they'll be actively searching one out.
I feel like I would go for it. Like, I think you hit a 2, you put the pressure way back on the Pouakai. They have, like, just, except for the start of this game, they've had patches where they've really struggled to score. And I think, you know, you don't really want to go to overtime, like looking how tired the teams are. So if you've got the team which is not favoured to win this against the defending champs, I think you try and go for the win if you can. Leopold's still on the bench, who's probably their best 2-point shooter.
And I suppose, yeah, a 2 again, like you said, puts pressure on the Pouakai. However, I guess they're just going to have to take whatever's given to them, right?
Yeah, actually, they've still got Tuatara actually, so they still have a very good 2-point shooter as well. And here, out to the corner, great set play. She is wide open, just off the edge of the rim. Good rebound though. Rangi Brown clears it out. Inside to Pouai.
Risky pass. Tiana Day all over that one. Pouakai now with the advantage. They don't need to score straight away. Nice little back cut there for Tiana Day. Can't get that one to go, but she gets the offensive rebound.
Ball gets knocked, so 22 seconds here. Great look there from Tavake Pacifica. Unlucky they just couldn't knock it down. Leopo into the game here. So 10 seconds here on the shot clock. 22.3. Pouakai ball. They're up by 1.
Yeah, again, no rush here for the Pouakai. Tavake have 1 foul to give.
Hand off for Samia. You could go for a 2 pretty much to ice it. Samia does that,
makes it. Oh, big Big 2 could be game if Tavake cannot answer here.
Well, it needs to be quick. Like, you've got to get a 2 and a 1, I guess. They make the 1. Only 3 on the clock. You need a turnover. There's the delay of game. So I think the clock should go up to about 3 seconds.
I think we're going to see a Pouakai win here, James. I don't think Tavake really have enough time to do any damage, and Pouakai take the win.
Yeah, big time shot there. Rosalia Samia, they were struggling to score the whole game through, but they make it through into the semi-final round after a big win there. Tough fought win there against Tavake Pacifica, 18-16. If you want to head over to Sky Sports Select, Taranaki Thunder in a 5-point game with the Tokomanawa Queens, who have come alive with a bit of help there just as they needed it after a pretty worrying end to the day yesterday.
It'll be exciting to see what happens in that game, won't it, James?
Definitely. Anyway, we're going to step away. It's going to be a change of commentary team when the stream comes back on Sky Sports 9. Nick Bewley along with Judd Flavel. We're going to see the Sharks. I can't even remember who they're playing.
They are taking on the Bulls.
So Sharks versus Bulls on the men's side. Semi-final action here. Sorry, quarter-final action here back on Sky Sports 9.
Welcome back to 3x3 Cup action, ILT Stadium, Southland, Invercargill, 4th and final day. Finals day in this riveting competition, male and female. Nick Bewley, Judd Flavel taking over from Maya and James. Quarter-final action, Judd. The Southland Sharks looking to go back to back to back. They take on the Franklin Bulls, who I know we've all had a crack at a bracket earlier this morning. I think they've all been out the window. The Bulls, I'll tell you what, I did have them to beat the Tuatara, but I know that surprised a few. They were the 10th and final team to qualify, and beating the 7th ranked Tuatara to set up this contest. On court at the moment, Hall, Kahu and Rusbatch for the Sharks. Corey Perry, Christian Vano and Casey for the Bulls. Here is Vano now. Rebound there, Perry.
You talk about the bracket. Yeah, I won't comment on my bracket. Yeah, it's gone to pieces. But great job from the Bulls. Young team, making big strides. You saw them get the big win over the Tuatara. Let's see what they've got for this big matchup against the favoured Sharks, a team that I think everybody probably thought would make it their way through to the stages, and looking very, very good too. Have probably the most potent outside threat that we've seen in the competition with Rusbatch, Burden, Ben Hall. Kahu's been known to step outside behind the arc and hit too, so real dangerous team.
Yeah, Ethan Rusbatch, 3rd in scoring for this men's competition after 3 days with 105 points. He, Marnie Dougal-Meter, Ruben Fitzgerald and Taylor Britt, the 4 to have 100 points or more after 3 days of competition. And Rusbatch getting it done in multiple ways too, Judd, as that 2 almost falls in. Of the 105 points, 43 from the 1-point range, 24 from 2 and then 14 free throws as well.
Yeah, a guy that we've been accustomed to seeing get hot from the outside. I would imagine he's been played pretty tight on the outside, and as you know in this game with 3x3, once you get by your defender, very limited help, so you can get usually all the way to the basket unimpeded.
Now 4 fires away. Interesting to see how the Sharks try and contain KC Nofoa. 6'8" of him. Look at that close out there. Hall troubled by that. Nofoa 11th in scoring in this competition. 83 points as you'd expect. 58 of them coming from the 1-point range. 5 twos. But Christian Vano leading the way. Just a miss there on the layup from the Bulls side. 89 points. 27 made twos.
Yeah, we talk about Nofoa, and great to see him here. This tournament we've seen a number of guys that sort of sitting on the end of benches. He was with the Franklin Bulls, obviously, you know, sort of got moved out of the import spot once they had secured Jared Wilson Flame. But here he is going about it, and great, you know, from a coach's standpoint, I guess we get to see what he's all about. And this 3x3 version, there is no hiding. It's you've got to be able to defend, you've got to be able to do different things. Great opportunity for him to showcase that and to be center stage in front of everybody.
So the winner of this contest will face the Wellington Saints in the semi-finals. They are through courtesy of the 1916 win over the Whai in quarterfinal number 3. Also booking their ticket already to the semis, the Nelson Giants. Without Sam Dempster all of yesterday and in the quarterfinal against the Jets, getting the job done, 21 points to 19.
It is all on, isn't it? Like I did have the Jets getting up for that one, and the Giants, though, have just been giant killers. Excuse the pun, but they just have found a way to get the job done. And like you say, Dempster sitting on the bench, even more impressive.
Over on Sky Select as well right now, another men's quarter-final. The Canterbury Rams, the top seeds, and the Hawke's Bay Hawks. Another intriguing battle. We called the Hawks play-in win earlier today as Brody Perry launches. I get that to connect. So, bit of a battle here, Judd. 3.5 minutes in. Defense getting the better of offense right now. Just 3 points to 2.
And the games I've called with the Bulls, that's what they've done to their opponent. You know, they've been very physical. Young team, as we've said, but they will do a lot of things that go unnoticed, and they'll win the 50-50 ball. They'll win the little 1%ers plays, and that's, you look at them and you think where their points are going to come from, how are they going to get the job done, but they just find a way.
There's Nofoa now caught out well outside of his usual comfort zone, but what about the finish from Brody Perry?
Tough finish over the outstretched arm of Ben Hall. Ben Hall, a good 6'5", 6'6" too.
Drive there by Burden, gets the Sharks back in front by 1. It's the tick over 4 minutes gone. Perry brothers, Corey and Brody, take foul there by Burden. Neither team in any foul trouble.
Great slip screen there from Nofoa, just making it difficult for the defense there. That gave the opening for the drive, and you know, as we saw, Alonso opened up and give up the foul. Watch him slipping out there again.
Perry now spin, contest by Hall, just doing enough. Now back with the Sharks. Burden drains the 2 ball.
Yeah, that's a layup for him.
Hasn't had to do quite as much of the offensive load, I feel, this year compared to last year when the Sharks got the job done with the addition of Russ Patch. But in saying that, he doesn't need much to get going here, and maybe he's just saving himself for day 4.
If he hasn't got going yet, I think that's a very dangerous sign for the opposition. He is going to get going.
Beats the clock there, but good defense too by Perry, forcing that tricky shot.
Yeah, great defensive recognition of the shot clock as well. Such a big part. I've talked about that a lot, just the clock awareness. And as a defender, you know, you got to understand when that where that shot clock's at, just to be able to crawl up and in and make things difficult.
We'll find there Vano Perry. That looked online just a little bit too much for Corey Perry.
Getting great looks so far.
Foul called on Four. He's marking up on Rusbatch. So that's just the Bulls' second team foul. Might be going the distance here. A bit of an early prediction, I suppose. You never know in 3x3, but 6-3, of course, that magic number is 21 as Rusbatch tries to keep it in. Now the Bulls with it. Good ball movement. Perry, not Four.
Nice dump off.
Meeting with the rim. KC, the Four.
Smart play there from Tom Kahu. There wasn't much that Nafour could do actually to get out of the way, but he did get caught. Yeah, he did get caught standing over top of the basketball. Got to clear your distance from their basketball and
finish there. Rusbatch off the rebound. The Sharks 3 clear, excuse me. As Vano now from the 3x3 Cup logo can't get it to go.
Good tip off there for Rusbatch there. Wasn't able to, knew he wasn't going to be able to secure the rebound, but.
And there it is, that quick release. And to the Sharks.
And he may have the quickest release here. We talked about that in the commentary with Justin Nelson, between him and the shooting threats that him and Alonso have. Ethan, no one to be able to get the shot off quickly.
Such an asset in 3x3 is Brady Perry, the corner of the backboard there. And now Corey Perry with a drive, but that's a couple now that the Bulls close to the basket. It's not converting as Cowie now can't get that one to go. That's better from Corey Perry. Similar spot, different outcome. And a foul on the baseline drive by Perry on Rusbatch. Smart foul.
Ethan looked like in the normal 5-on-5 game, you know, he would get that continuation call probably with the foul and into the pickup and looking to shoot it, even though he was out of bounds and behind the backboard. In the 3x3 game, you know, you're not going to get that shooting foul. Almost feel like along the sidelines of the court here, we almost need some. I noticed the padding underneath the shot clock. We need some padding around the outside. The amount of times we've seen guys go flying into the signage, into the commentary booth, into the score bench. You know, we've certainly been no lack of intensity here.
Yeah, we're using up all square meterage here at ILT Stadium Southland. Nice cut and finish there. Ben Hall, well found by Rusbatch. So the Sharks into double digits. And the Bulls need something here offensively. As Perry leaves that one short. Burden, did he clear? Yes, he did. They go back to Rusbatch anyway. Between the legs, step back two. Whew, that would have been something.
That's a Rusbatch signature step back move off that right side.
There he is, Perry. Brody Perry, that is, going into, certainly on that side, that's the hard LED signage you probably don't want to be crashing into. Over here on our commentary side, we've got the more slightly safer cardboard fold-outs. But
didn't we see the Tavake men's Tuatara Lavale go over the signage out of bounds? I think the play continued on too, so he had to scramble back on the inside.
And that's where you do have to be strategic about the scramble, right? Like, it's just instinctive for these players to try and chase a ball, keep the possession alive, or try and do a late closeout defensively. But if you rush across, trying to get a ball back in, or trying to block out, and then you're out of the game for the next possession, that open player will be found almost every time. Score update down on court one. Sky Select, Rams leading the Hawks 10-7. Quarterfinal action. Similar scoreline here with the Sharks up 10-6 over the Bulls.
Yeah, Bulls doing a great job, just not giving up anything easy to the Sharks. Sharks have been utilising their slip screens very well. last time they managed to stay with him and managed to keep them outside the paint. Nice little mid-range pull-up there. You don't see the mid-range pull-up too often, do you?
Certainly don't, but how about that? Couple of big plays there by Kahu. Burden lets Perry past and drains the corner two. The Sharks circling now. Number 4, try and use his size around Hall, and Hall just bear hugs him. And a smart foul there on the floor. Just the third team foul on the Sharks.
Yeah, they're in a good situation, good position here with their foul count. Smart play there, smart foul. Forced the ball to be checked out on the high. Now for there, just on that screen, you know, once as a screener, really got to understand what the defender's doing. As soon as he's on the high side, there's no point actually slipping out to the 3-point line, get that little roll to the basket. They've still got enough time that they can still get ones, but look for that to change. I mean, they are down 13-7 at this point here. They may have to start bombing away. Not quite yet, but very shortly.
Yeah, minute 41 on the game clock as we look to see who our next semi-finalist will be. The winner going on to play the Wellington Saints. Vano, they go to Nafoa, and again, another smart foul. Kahu recognizing the length and height advantage there of Nafoa, and that's just the 4th team foul. So 2 more to give, well, for both teams actually. There's Vano now. He is the sharpshooter from the perimeter. Tries to drive.
Rusbatch just doing a great job, and Nafoa there forcing his screen to actually take place and taking away any kind of rolls. The heavy contact that he had squeezed up and in. Nafoa just couldn't keep his momentum out of that screen.
How about Kahu putting his body on the line there? As we see the Corey Perry 2, it wouldn't have counted. Shot clock violation. So the Sharks very much where they want to be. A minute 22 remaining, up by 6. Here's Hall. Kahu now. Can't get that 2 to go. Tied it up 1-4, and he'll bomb away. So I feel like that is the strategy from here on in for the Bulls. Nafoa eventually finishes at the cup.
He's got to get back up quickly. That transition, so important.
Good defensive work there.
Same here, hold for the seal. Yeah, great recognition, great read for the big man.
Still think they're going to need more than that, though, the Bulls. And again, Nafoa getting caught after the dunk or the delicate finish by the basket with the delay of game inside that charged circle. And this time, it is a technical foul.
Yeah, another smart play there from the Sharks.
So hits from the TAB Rusbatch, and the Sharks will have possession. Up 5, 52.4 seconds remaining. Needless to say, the Bulls need a stop.
And some 2s.
Yeah.
Down 5 with under a minute to play.
Here's Hall now. He'll drive and connect. 6-point buffer now for the Sharks. Got to go. Perry from the GJ Gardner hits.
Looks good all the
Need
way.
a couple more of them and stops. Kahu, Brody Perry hits the floor. Rusbatch, mindful of the clock situation. Time on their side.
Good D, young man. Just got beat on the second effort.
Sticks with it, Rusbatch.
Yep.
And that will be enough. You feel a 5-point buffer. Perry bombs away out to the left and will evade his brother Corey. And the Southland Sharks are just 15 seconds away from going to within 2 more wins of another 3x3 Cup title. And a slight delay game here, unfortunately, as we need a shot clock, game clock issued. Down on court 1, Sky Select. Rams leading the Hawks 15-10 in quarterfinal action with a minute 30 to play. Kahu and Rusbatch in comms there as Rusbatch receives, and the wee teardrop doesn't go. Back with Vano. Perry will fire it away.
Okay.
Quick release. Just making something happen here. The Bulls fighting right till the bitter end. And they still have a foul to give here, Franklin. So I suppose you foul here. Hope Kahu misses both from the TAB. It's very much a prayer here for the Bulls, down 3. In fact, I'd call it impossible, to be honest. As we push this game out, this will definitely ice it from here. Either make, as Kahu gets the Sharks to 17. So that's semi-final. Don't have the evening schedule in front of me, unfortunately, but it will be in the evening session. The Sharks and the Saints. Now the Rams on the other side. The winner of the Rams-Hawks will play the Giants. And the Sharks are through to another semi-final here at the 3x3 Cup. 18-13 victors. Valiant in defeat, though, the Bulls, to make it this far through to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Bulls probably came into this match as the underdogs and have been gritty in their games and have done a great job of making a ball game. The Sharks, you know, although they ran away with it at the end there, for most of the majority of that game, the Bulls were always within striking distance, but the Sharks just, you know, too much down the stretch, and with plenty of fouls to give at the end as well. So very strategic, and they were positioned very well heading into that down the crunch time.
Well, 3 of our 4 semi-finalists are sorted in the men's side. You can flick over to Sky Select and catch the end of the Rams-Hawks, but it's very much almost all she wrote down there too. The Rams are going to advance and beat the Hawks. So the men's semi-finalists tonight, Battle of the Mainland. Up the top of the bracket, the Rams and the Giants. On the other side, the Saints and the Sharks. But coming up next here on Sky Sport 9, women's quarterfinal action. It's the Rapids and the Whai. Welcome back to ILT Stadium, Southland, Invercargill. Finals day of the 3x3 Cup. And quarter-final action here on the women's side. The Whai, the number 2 seeds, just the 1 loss in pool play. That was against the Tokomanawa Queens. They're wearing whites with the turquoise and pink stripe. Taking on the Rapids, who advanced to the last 8 courtesy of a 21-10 play-in win over the Kahu. There are the teams: Herman, Timms, Gleeson, Newton for the Rapids, Kurasome, Dale, Cooney, Highland for the fight. Nick Bewley, Judd Flavel still here in the commentary position, and Judd, the Rapids, Nicole Gleeson got going earlier. I understand in that play-in game, 6 made 2s, almost all of the Rapids, 21 points. So surely the Whai need to be mindful of that perimeter shooting threat. Almost all her points scored from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's one player there that you must be up and in and force her to score ones. Look at McKenna Dale at the same token, but McKenna Dale has been doing a lot of damage inside too. You know, she's got against this team right here, she does have some size versus her opponents. So look for her to spend some time on the outside, but also capitalise that on the interior.
Yeah, the
There
top.
we talk about Gleeson. Yeah,
Sorry, there she is, just picking up from where she left off in the play. And Nicole Gleeson with her first two is Kirasome. Nice cut and finish.
another slip screen that just have done so much damage for the Whai all week.
So McKenna Dale, as you mentioned, Judd, a lot of these players mindful of her perimeter shooting threat, but it has impressed how she's adjusted. She is the leading point scorer in the women's competition after 3 days, 90 points, and just 17 made twos. So 34 of the 90, so a fair amount of 1 point scoring, 18 free throws made as well. So, as you mentioned, getting it done in multiple ways.
I've really liked the brand of basketball that the Whai have brought into this 3x3, and it really has been a continuation of what they brought to the Tauihi League this year too. So fast, flowing basketball, quick decisions, a lot of off-ball movement, slipping screens, really been very effective and dangerous in this 3x3 setting.
And a shot clock violation there on the Rapids as Gleeson checks back in. Jade Kirasome there in shot. He's done a fair bit of work too offensively. The 6th top scorer, so we've got the top scorer and the 6th top scorer on the same roster, and there's a big reason why she drains that 2-ball.
Yeah, good player. She had a great role with the Tauihi League with the Whai this year, and the Whai were a team that really, I guess, didn't have too many household names, but they surely grew and developed a lot throughout the season. I think the coaching staff there did a great job with that.
There's a rare Gleeson drive, but now the more recognised 2-ball drops again. Nicole Gleeson's got all 4 of the Rapids points from beyond the arc as Highland now bombs away. Just leaves that one short. It was online, and it will be back with the Rapids.
That's just the threat of that outside shooting that Gleeson had. The Whai feels, you can feel like you can dominate the game, but if you're going to give up those twos to her, you're going to be, you're going to be, stuck into a ball game. Whai are definitely the favourites here. They've been the class act all week.
Doesn't get the roll there, Dale, and then I think she had a foot out of bounds and hadn't got one back in before collecting that one. I was just about to say, you do want to pressure Gleeson, but you don't want to leave Kay Herman open because she can get going too from the perimeter, as we just saw then. So all points coming from beyond the arc so far for Gleeson. That's a better closeout, Honey Cooney.
And Gleeson, she only gave Gleeson the chance to step back, but she was so quick to close the gap again and get a piece of that shot. Who's going to jump up there and get it?
Wedgie. So, delay a game here as Regan Ashley gets another ball. Who will do the honours? Jade Kirasome. So 6-3, the Rapids in front over the Whai. Just to tick over 2.5 minutes gone. No fouls either in this ball game so far. Has gone rapidly. Excuse the dad joke there. And this time a foul. Just like that, Maddie Timms.
Yeah, Maddie Timms has been effective too. We talked about the outside shooting. She has been, I guess what you get as a result is that they're going to be hugging the shooters on the weak side or on the perimeter off the basketball. So leaving exposed the rolls to the basketball, which Maddie Timms has been doing a great job.
Good work there by Gleeson. Read that cut and got the steal. Now fires away. Long rebound, Herman.
Herman just keeps running, doesn't she? Just never stops.
3 in the key. Gleeson was calling for it earlier, didn't come.
Yeah, it has to be quick recognition. That 3-second count is an actual 3-second count, so got to be quick.
Quarterfinal action as well over on Court 1, Sky Select. In fact, the winner of that game, the Wizards and the Hoiho, will face the winner of this game, the Rapids and the Whai. The Wizards with an early 3-2 lead as Herman can't get that one to go. Dale with a little bit of space, opts against the shot, wants it back. Kirasome And that's an offensive foul, yep.
And you see that too often with the Whai because there's so much slipping, everything. That time decided to make the screen happen, but one call that the officials have been very consistent on has been that moving screen. And it's more the extension of the arms and walking through it. You've got to be very disciplined and hold your ground.
Strong drive there by Aaliyah Newton out of North Canterbury, the lefty, and makes from the TAB.
Well done.
And that's what you need at this level. Can't be over-reliant on one player, as Dale still to get going from deep. It'll happen, though. As we saw.
Nice cut, Timms. Nice pass from Gleeson, too. We've seen so often here, you know, just people making these cuts in the board for whatever reason, just been a second late and it hasn't connected these two on the same page. This is dangerous here.
From the 3x3 Cup, low goal. The Rapids are rolling 10-5, taking the confidence from that big win in the play-in. They look good off the hand, just doesn't drop for Highland. The Rapids.
Oof, she's feeling it. Well, actually, when isn't she feeling it?
Never seen a shot she didn't like, Nicole Gleeson.
And, you know, in traditional 5-on-5 basketball, as a coach, you'd be going, what? We can get a better look than that. But in this 3x3, so much value on that two-point shot. Double the points.
Gleeson just fires away there. Wanted the call, didn't come. Now Kitasome wide open. Can't get that to go, but gets her own rebound. And Highland.
They haven't got going yet, the 5 from the outside.
I don't think it might be just the 1-2 from Kitasome so far. 3 in the key call now.
I thought she did clear it. I know you got to have one foot out and then have the other foot up in the air.
It's a clear call, you're right. And now a tech warning. Not a good check pass, perhaps, from Herman. Here is Kitasome. They go to Dale. Kitasome catches Newton in the air, finds the open player. It's Cooney. Can this be the moment for the Whai? No, but they stay with it.
Creating all the good looks and opportunities.
Here's Dale free again. Just not dropping. Not sure what the Whai had for breakfast, but it's just not sitting well at the moment. As the Rapids fight, scrap on every play.
Maddie Timms there. She'll be kicking herself. She didn't capitalize on that roll. She does such a great job of that. I've been talking about screeners and the effect of rolling quickly. You're going to see a lot of switching from teams, and once you see that switch on, you want to get that screen on the low side, and it's just a foot race to the basket. Sometimes that foot race can speed their finishers up. It's where the slowing down just on that last step, just to be able to gather your balance and momentum there.
So out of the timeout here for the Rapids, leading by 5 in this quarterfinal.
Once again, you see it, sorry to cut you off, but picture perfect, textbook roll. Whai going to have to make a little bit of adjustment on Maddie Timms' rolls right there.
Largest lead of the ball game is Kitasome.
This is dangerous.
Cuts it by 1. That was online 2 by Gleeson. A 5-point ball game as Gleeson tries to wrap it up.
Be a Rapids ball.
Yeah, great work there. As Gleeson just takes a moment.
Did she get a delay game here? She's taking an actual rest. Good work from Gleeson.
Possession goes to the defensive team on the jump ball. As we see there, Gleeson body on the line. Over on court 1. Quarterfinal action. Wizards leading by 1 over the Hoiho. Winner of that game faces the winner of this one in the semi-finals. It's Gleeson, Timms hit the floor. Kitasome, good strength.
Good adjustment
Dale
there.
now. Is this the moment? No. Perhaps sign of fatigue just creeping in here for the Whai. The second seeds that only lost the once, but they are in trouble here. Down 7. As Nicole Gleeson just continues to execute from deep. Not again. Oh, come on. Come on.
She is cooking, folks. Might be one of the best shooting displays we've seen here at the tournament.
Now Herman wants to get in on the act. Wasn't far away. The Whai are in a hole here as Dale finally.
There we go.
Is this the moment that McKenna Dale inspires this comeback? They're still down 5. Herman blocked on the logo, and they have just 2 seconds left on the shot clock. But what a shooting performance this has been by Nicole Gleeson as a timeout's called by the Whai with 3 minutes and 5 remaining.
Gleeson's thanking them for taking that time out. She has been, and remember, folks, that the Rapids have played an earlier game, so the Whai are fresh, probably got the legs down the stretch here. The Rapids, if you're wondering why they're, just breathing a little bit harder, they've had an extra game to play. That's where that extra play-in game probably comes into effect now. You start heading down the last 3 minutes here of this game.
So it is Rapids possession.
2 seconds on the clock here. This is going up. No way.
Oh, get out of town. She cannot miss. As the fight. Add another one to cut it to 6.
Oh,
I think
man.
you're right, Judd. This is the best shooting performance of this tournament. Dale now. She connects. We got ourselves a 2-point shoot-off.
The Whai are not out of this because of that shooting threat. Oh, what a finish by Herman with the foul as well. The Rapids up.
Yeah, 2
Man.
away. Here it is again. We take a second look at the Gleeson prayer. All the while, the free throw from Herman has missed. Just for those at home who may be just tuning in for the first time today, the West Coast Rapids in pool play finishing 7th with a 3-win, 6-loss record. The Whai finishing 2nd with an 8-1 win-loss record. But here we have the Rapids looking the goods, and Dale, you just don't see that. Almost too open here. Will this be third time lucky? No. Timms with the strong
Gotta
rebound.
find Gleeson.
This might be it here, folks. Gleeson. Again, it's so unconventional, but it's working. Dale now, the Whai chasing.
Yes,
Cuts it to 4.
now
Not out of the woods just yet, as Dale now wraps it up, and Whai will have possession.
great play. I would take a timeout right now if I'm the Rapids.
I think they're both out. I think they were used pretty early. Yeah, just a 1 timeout each. 2 minutes on the game clock. Amazingly, the Rapids haven't given up a foul in this contest as Dale bombs away. Wasn't far.
Now, if you're the Rapids, I know you're collecting 2s, but you still can go ahead and get a 1 here. Still got enough.
Yeah. Gleeson there, just forcing it a touch. She'll go again off 1 foot, almost off the backboard.
I think there was a little bit of a stop. There you go.
They are going to take a drive here, Gleeson. So the Rapids 1 away. They're out on their feet. Dale can't connect. Herman rebound. Is this the moment for the Rapids? Herman.
Gleeson's just telling her, you just go. She's got nothing left in her, Gleeson. But they need to keep going.
Dale catches Herman in the air. She'll drive and add 1. 4-point game. Herman. They're 1 away. The Rapids. They go back to the hot hand. Gleeson. Good contest. Kirasome round the back. Gleeson kicks it to Timms. Over. Maddie Timms calls ball game. And the West Coast Rapids have stunned the Whai and are through to the semi-finals.
Oh my goodness, what a ball game, folks. Gleeson's saying, don't interview me, I got nothing left in the tank here. What a ball game. Gleeson, that shooting display, that was just unbelievable. Putting the Rapids over top of the Whai. Another huge game here, upset.
Well, that is huge. the Whai Stuns, they'll now head to the classification games for 5th. The entire West Coast Rapids roster are standing by with James Lisserman.
All right, you don't have much of a chance to catch your breath. I know Nicole asked me, how many games do you want to have today? And I said, it depends how many you win. It's going to be 4 games here. Maddie, though, game winner. What a performance there.
Yeah, thank you. Just happy to get the win. Everyone worked really hard. Definitely team effort.
So it's strategic. It's way better if you guys are hitting 2s, isn't it? Kate, Nicole, I know you hit 6 in the first one. I don't know how many this time, but huge one from you, Kate.
Oh no, it was pretty good. It was a big team effort, definitely, with Nicole shooting as well. Really brings us to the end. Yeah.
So good news is you do get a mini rest here. It's the afternoon break, and then you've got 2 games tonight. Any ideas for what you're going to do to try and prepare for the last 2 games?
Rest.
No, sounds good. Thank you very much for the time. Congrats on 2 awesome wins. Back to you guys.
Cheers, James. Oh, the Rapids. I still can't believe that, Judd.
No, I mean, I understood that they had a great start. You know, you're hitting from behind the arc. But the shots that Gleason was still hitting at the end, it wasn't like she was wide open. She was hitting them from the car park, as the commentators say. Step backs, they gave her no room at all, and I don't know, you didn't understand how she was able to get the shot off, let alone nail it. But that puts them into the next round in a very dangerous outfit. Even, you know, they've played 2 games now, and such a what a game that was.
So they are through to the semi-finals. Over on Sky Select, they will face the winner of that one between the Wizards and the Hoiho. I can tell you right now, the Wizards lead by 2 with 1:27 to play. So another grandstand finish there in the women's quarterfinals. But here on Court 2, Sky Sports 9 coming up next on the other side of this break. It's a classification game for 9th position between the Tuatara and the Airs. Welcome back to ILT Stadium Southland, Invercargill, and now into the minor classification rounds we go here on Court 2, Sky Sport 9. A couple of unlucky teams, you have to say. Judd Flavel, Nick Bewley here in commentary. The Auckland Tuatara and the Taranaki Airs, who were the higher ranked teams in the play-in, respectively. The Tuatara finished 7th. Losing to the Franklin Bulls in 10th. The Taranaki Airs in 8th, losing to the Hawks in 9th. And I can tell you now, Judd, having been here last year, these classification games can be anything. A little loose, a little fun. You might see a bit of razzle-dazzle, shots from the GJ Gardner-Holmes logo. It's interesting to see the levels of motivation here, but you hope that 2 rosters still wanting to show a full array of skill and put on a show here for this TV audience and the fans.
Yeah, both these 2 teams that were impressive in the earlier stages of the competition, which really set them up into, I guess, the good positions on the table. You know, the Airs going down to the Hawks. You know, we talked about that earlier on, about the Hawks coming and flipping that scoreline. They'd faced each other in day 1, and I think this whole competition, from when the start of the tournament to the end of the tournament, even though it's just been 4 days, you've seen a lot of movement, a lot of progression from teams, and every ball game up to this point has been an exciting. You know, the finishes have been down to the wire. We saw more overtime games yesterday.
As the Ears have possession, and we got the all clear from our director, Lisa. Shout out to Lisa, working hard behind the scenes here in the director's booth as Ledger now drives and adds one. And you can see Judd, defence, I wouldn't call it optional, but perhaps not the same intensity as we've seen in the first 3 days.
It's starting to look more and more like an all-star game, isn't it? Where, hey, let's throw some offense into the mix. Here we go. Yeah, launching from the outside.
Tane Waddy, a late replacement. And shout out to Ryan Laumatia as well, who was here on day one as part of the Tuatara roster. Serious knee injury, unfortunately, for Ryan, is back in Auckland. And our well wishes with him, and if he is tuning in, this Tuatara side have been close, as mentioned. Both these teams unlucky, just the way it's fallen.
Yeah, you know, there's nothing in between these teams, really. I think the Rams, what was their record that they ended up with?
Believe it was 11-2. Just the two losses.
Just the two losses. And then underneath that, we had a 3 or 4-way tie for second.
Yeah.
And then not much below that, you know. So
well, these teams had identical records: 7 win, 6 loss. So they're actually both 7-7 after those 2 losses this morning. So nothing separating them really. As Bardsley back-to-back corner 2s, and now the steal. So there is a bit of defence. I feel like went against the gentleman's agreement perhaps there, but there is all of a sudden, Judd, they're 15-6 up here, and maybe one record being threatened here. I don't think I've seen a game finish yet inside 5 minutes. Could happen here.
That's actually a good stat to check up on, isn't it? Just to see how quickly a team got to 21. We've seen...
I think last year it was about 5:30. I remember 5:30 to go. That is 4:30 played. As that won't count from Fitzgerald.
Josh Ledger was intending to bank that shot, but just a little higher than probably he anticipated. Kissing off the top of the backboard. Has been a great week of basketball, hasn't it? Action-packed. A lot of giving players that, I guess, in New Zealand basketball at this time of the year, not much going on for them. We've seen youngsters coming into this this setting. We've seen NBL players here, and with the looking forward to the NBL, Sal's NBL next year, starting up in March. You know, there is a little bit of a downtime for these guys, so great to give them this platform to go out and compete and get themselves in shape and keeping in touch with the game of basketball.
Here is Bardsley again. Didn't clear though, so that bucket won't count. Yeah, plenty of action still to come here on finals day 3x3 Cup. Of course, the finals in the evening session, but we should mention too, Judd, the internationals. Yes, the men, the New Zealand men, in their Trans-Tasman series against the Australian Kangaroos, an unassailable 5-1 series lead with 2 games to come. But how about this women's series? 3 apiece, excuse me. The Aussies winning both games yesterday. How do you see that one going tonight? Game 7, Game 8 between the Tall Ferns 3x3 and Australia.
Yeah, the women's game, I got my first call and first look at them yesterday. And I know that the matches have been very close and scoring's hard to come by. And you can see why. The defensive side, they're playing with that intensity level. And as always, the international matches have a little extra spice involved with it as well. So I think that could go either way, you know, and really neither team I guess, has exerted a dominance on the other. And I talked about the matchup, the size matchups, both teams very even across the board, so that may have something to do with it as well.
Nice finish there in the corner by Tane Waddy to get Tuatara within 5. And so if it is all square in that women's series at 4 apiece, it'll go to points scored, I believe, is the tiebreaker. So something to be mindful of tonight if it does end up 4 wins each. And we're not going to get, oh, we almost got an alley-oop there, but we're not going to get a finish inside 5 minutes just yet, as Lavery fires away, misses on the 2. And what has Tane Waddy got deep in his bag as he gets around Bailey with these?
It's been a handy pickup, hasn't he? After the injury on day 1 and coming in late with this Tuatara team.
Here he is with time in the left corner, too much time in the end. Nice cut there, though, to add 1.
And just getting back to the international, the Tall Blacks being, what are they, 5
and 1, yeah.
5 and 1, looking very impressive. I think the Aussies, I'm expecting a little bit more from them in terms of taking their learnings and applying it today. They new to the game, new team, so always we're going to come in a little underdone, whereas the Tall Blacks on the other side, a very polished outfit, played, got a lot of experience and got that chemistry, which is the key ingredient.
They'll want to finish with a flourish, though, not let the Aussies chalk up any more than the 1 win they got. That was on day 1, as Lavery threatened to hammer it home there. In the end, behind the back, and a shot clock violation. The Airs just 1 away from, I don't know if anyone really wants to finish 9th, but they're 1 point away from winning this contest. There's Waddy, though, has other ideas from the 3x3 Cup logo. And Bardsley now, will he have the final say? Yes, shot well from the 2 in this contest, but not on that occasion. Ledger, Waddy, and leaves that 1 short. So again, there is with an opportunity. Who and where will be the last touch? Bailey almost gets it in. I think we did just before, while we were chatting away, Judd, about the international, saw, well, for me anyway, first alley-oop of the 3x3 completed by Quinton Bailey. And a little loose here at the finish. And we're getting a fair bit more basketball perhaps than we bargained for with the Airs. Multiple opportunities missed while on 20. And Bailey now. Will this be it? No, Ledger decides to play defense. Got a jump ball.
They've been sitting on that 20 points for a while now and just unable to get that final 1.
Well, it is their last game, so perhaps just, you know, hard to give it up here. Here is Tane Waddy. And a foul. A first foul. I think he should be fouling in a playoff for 9th, but anyway, Waddy bombs away again, not far away from that 3x3 Cup logo. Will this be it? The 7th time of asking. It will be. Yep, it counts. No need to head to the TAB, surely. Yeah, count it. Count it, Jelly. And Mel. Game over. Taranaki. Finish 9th. And Tuatara. All done. Seeing if Kat wants to do any interviews. I don't know. Do the teams really want to talk after finishing 9th? I'll leave it up to you, Kat.
She's in there.
She loves it. Just it's good to get some insight from the teams. I know, you know, finishing 9th, as mentioned.
Maybe we get
it's a bit of a hard one to get up for, but there we go.
Maybe we get an interview to one of the refs.
Oh, yeah. How about that? Let's do something different. We've got a few classification games to come here on court 2. as it looks like Quentin Bailey is going to be the volunteer for the Taranaki Ears. The winning team standing by with Kat Jones.
Hey, congratulations, Quentin, on the win. I know it's a little bit one of those games where no one really wants to play, but always good to finish with a win. What have your thoughts been about the tournament this year?
It's been a lot. This is my first time playing, along with a couple of us, just getting used to the style of the play. So not a bad hit out, obviously not where we want to be, but we'll take it.
And I guess it's a real physical game, and that seems to suit your style of play. Is there anything that you, going forward, that you think that you'll take away and use maybe in the 5-on-5 version?
Yeah, I mean, you can be physical, and then like a game like this, you've got to stretch out the floor a little bit, which is a modern game. You have to shoot the three, so for me, that's something to keep working on, so yeah.
Well, great, congratulations, and now you're done, I believe, and yeah, time to rest up.
Yep, it'll be a big nap, I think, and then I'll wake up in the afternoon, so cheers, thanks guys.
Well done, thank you.
Cheers, Kat. Cheers, Quentin. That's all she wrote for Taranaki, who ends on a winning note. Not all she wrote, though, for the Taranaki women, who are coming up next here on Sky Sport. The Thunder and Tavake Pacifica. This is a classification game for looking to finish as high as 5th, these two teams who were beaten in the quarterfinals. Coming up next, the Thunder and Tavake. Welcome back to ILT Stadium, Southland, Invercargill, 4th and final day of the 3x3 Cup day session. And a couple of teams here who were beaten earlier today in the quarterfinals. We have the Thunder and Tavake Pacifica. Just on Tavake, that could have gone either way. Nick Bewley here with Judd Flavel alongside. They lost 18-16 to the Pouakai, and the Thunder downed 21-13 by the Queens. Just a bit of team news, actually, before we get to these two teams on the Queens. Good to see after last night, more or less back to full strength. I know Jacinta Beckley has an issue with her Achilles, but has been good to go here so far. And Zoe Richards, Judd, after a pretty nasty head collision over here on court 2, actually, last night, obviously cleared the concussion protocols, etc., and suited up for the Queens. So that's good stuff, because we ended up calling a game last night where the Queens had just 2 players, and it was very hard to get the job done with just 2 in a game of 3x3.
Yeah, you never like to see that, the head clash with players, you know, something that I guess hard to gauge how much of a that was going to affect Zoe. But yeah, great to see her running around today, and let's hope that that's not going to be an issue for her for the remainder of the day. And getting back to this game here, also with the Tavake Pouakai game that you were talking about, both teams very physical, very well matched too. I've been very impressed with Paiu, Trinity Paiu, and her tournament, and obviously her matchup with Lauren Whitaker. Both like that physical down underneath the basket, and both have the skill and the footwork to operate with the ball in hand as well.
We're good to go here on court 2. Semi-final classification game for 5th, Taranaki and Tavake. Thunder in their traditional yellow, Tavake in white, and there is that lady judge, Trinity Kahu, with the first bucket for Tavake. Quick answer there though by Tafata.
Yeah. It was really, I guess with Tavake, they were a strong defensive unit, and a lot of the scoring, a lot of the damage was done on the offensive end by Payu. And since she suffered that knee injury, I guess that started to slow things down a little bit. They had a few losses, but good to see her on the floor, running around and getting back to her normal self. Bright up with the floater from outside the foul line. Bright been very effective from behind the arc, hasn't she?
She has shot the ball very well, and back-to-back 3x3 cups for her. Did so last year too, out of Opunaki High School. Anna Bright. As Tavake now back with possession. Tie ball game.
Nice pass, Leopold.
And Pau unable to finish. And Bright bombs away. Say maybe just a notch or two up from the intensity we just saw in the Taranaki Airs playoff game for 9th. As Pau, that's a creative finish.
With the extension over the outstretched arm too of Sampson. These two going at it inside. Good matchup. Nice little dump off for the cutting Tafata.
Yeah, she's got both points, Lauren Tafata, who we called the game earlier this morning, the play-in game. The Thunder won over the Storm, where she had a big-time block, then a 2-ball made to send the Thunder through to the quarterfinals, where they were beaten by the Queens. So just confirmation of the women's semi-finals. All 4 top seeds through, I believe. We've got Queens, Pouakai in semi-final number 1, and Wizards, oh sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I forgot about the Whai. Wizards, Rapids in semi-final number 2. That's the big story here on finals day. The West Coast Rapids coming through the play-in and then beating the Whai. So those games both this evening. The finals, if you're wondering, the women's final 9:25 tonight, local time. And the men's final 9:45.
The Rapids, what a win. God, what a game. We called that one. And the shooting display from behind the arc. If Gleason is in that form, look out every single team. I tell you what, there's only so much you can do defensively besides just foul her. Some of those shots were unbelievable. She had no business to get the shot off, let alone find the bottom of the net.
Wouldn't it be a story, Judd Flavel, if it's a Pouakai Rapids final? Battle of the mainland. Almost the entire Rapids roster effectively built from Christchurch and Canterbury basketballers. And I'm sure they'd love the opportunity to go up against their more favoured Pouakai opponents as Tavake go up again and add 1 to their tally. They're down by 2 as Bright bombs away, can't finish. A bit of excitement down on court 1, Sky Sports Select. The Storm getting the job, the home team finishing 9th with a 21-19 win over the Kahu. Real close contest there.
I was just keeping a close eye because I could see the score, and they were playing hard. And unlike they were definitely playing for that win, regardless of whether or not they were still alive in the tournament.
So a foul called here on Taranaki. That's their first, leading by 1. And here is Tuaiti Rangi Brown now. Firing away, can't get that one to go. Cook, Bright and Sampson on the floor for the Thunder. Tafata getting a rest as Bright Nice pass to Samson down low. Just Trinity Pahu there, just doing enough though to disrupt.
Yep.
Can't finish there though on the up and under. Oh, nice, fine. Bright to Cook and finish with the left, Izzy Cook.
And a great seal off too, just holding off the guards. I mean, Tuatara and Rangi Brown, they're strong guards, hold their own against bigger opponents, and they've been two that have been relentless on the defensive end, just causing havoc for oppositions. When I talk about their strong defensive presence, those two are the instigators.
Long rebound there for Tuatara. Gets it to Trinity Pahu. Back now with Tuatara, who just can't get it up and in, but staying with it. And then a foul there, Izzy Cook. Wanted to sub out, and she'll do just that. Just having a look back at when these two teams met in pool play, and it was Tavake Pacifica, second game back on Wednesday.
Oh, Bright with the three, or with the two, sorry. That's what she does. Got to crawl up and into her. Nice defensive block there right there too.
Foot out of bounds from Rangi Brown. So it's Tavake who won 15-6 over the Thunder. And the Thunder have already bettered that tally. Leading here, 8 points to 4. Samson, mismatch here. Just couldn't get the finish online.
And just on Bright too, like she just come back recently with the New Zealand under-17 team at the Oceanias in Papua New Guinea, where they played Australia in the final. The first game they played against Australia, they were actually right in the ball game right to the very end. Real impressive display. Always tough for the New Zealand teams to be thrown together. They had just finished off their school national tournament as well, big tournament that is, and then straight into the international. So did really well, and they've qualified now for the Asia Cup next year.
3-point ball game here as Tafata drives and a foul called. 4:38 to go in this ball game. Classification game over on court 1 now. The Whai, who was stunned, as we mentioned earlier, by the Rapids in the quarterfinals, taking on the Hoiho. So the winner of that one will face the winner of this one we're calling, the Thunder and Tavake. And the loser of that one will face the loser of this one for 7th as Cook drives and gets wrapped up by Asia Leofo. And was it on the way up? Yes, it was.
Had to be. Cook has been a good player for the Thunder. A little bit of a player that can do a bunch of different things. Like the way that she's battled with a lot of these, a lot of teams have got some good size, and she's battled hard. Hasn't taken a backward step to anyone.
Tafata now.
Tafata can shoot that.
So into double figures go the Thunder, who are looking the goods here, and perhaps against the form guide, given their ladder position. After 3 days of competition, they finished 9th, Tavake 5th. But again, Tavake, the way they played, Judd, all the way through, they've expended an incredible amount of energy. And then just so locked in. It's Tafata now, again, finishing with the left. She's getting it done here offensively.
I've been impressed with the women's, the competitiveness that we see, and no one backing down, everybody playing right to the very end, and that's probably been a feature for a lot of these matches and just how competitive it has been. Nice give and go there between the two.
Can't finish though. Eliana Tuatara is her and Izzy Cook hit the floor. Bright can't connect there from the deep 2. Coming up 3 minutes to go.
We probably should give a little shout out to the physios here too. You know, they've been talked about the amount of work that in the heavy schedule, and of course these players would not be on the court without having the services of the physio. Always a favourite player for the players, having the physio and the access to their services. We also see, I'm just glancing down the end and seeing the players on the bikes down the end there too, you know, keeping themselves warm, because it is I guess a format to be able to play and then take a 30-minute, 20-minute, and 2-hour break of the in-between games, and having those bikes there just to wind the legs up, get the blood circulating again.
Taranaki 5 points to the good here. Looking to finish their 3x3 cup. How about that? The handle between the legs, pull up from deep. Anna Bright, play of the game.
Anna Bright just dancing around with the basketball too. And Langi Brown was doing a lot of good work. You know, was up above the three-point line, had Anna Bright going backwards even, but got the range there. Nice little play here. Curl cut off that screen. Nice little find. Could have and should have done better with the finish.
Here comes Tuaiti, needed that. Tavake cuts it to 5. Gonna need some stops. And that'll help as Cook leaves that one short. Do they go to the 2 ball again? They do. Rangi Brown almost banks it in. And Izzy Cook will just let that dribble out of bounds. Fresh set for the Thunder, who are looking to move on to the playoff for 5th and 6th. And they'll take on either the Whai or the Hoiho.
Pouakai just getting 2 hands on that basketball. Something that she's been very effective on the drives is just being able to make a play at the basketball. And it comes off like that's one of the rules, I guess, with 3x3. You get a jump ball, the ball automatically goes to the defensive end. So a strategy for the defenders to move your feet and not just go with the one hand, wrap that ball up, get 2 hands on it, and you're going to get the ball back.
So 1:57 remain here. The Thunder up by 5. Tavake need a stop. They may have fouled there, though. They have. And did it tick over there? They already on 16 fouls. Yes, they are. So shooting 2 here is Anna Bright. And makes the first. And the Thunder in control.
Yep, they're looking very good here, and going to take a lot here for Tavake to get across the line here.
That's a good-looking shot, though. Tuaiti in the corner. They get to double digits, and a 5 away. Stop key here.
Sampson with the pick and pop.
Shift in intensity all of a sudden, but an extra pace and purpose as Tuaiti follows in after the block. Tavake 4 away. 1:23 on the game clock as Bright drives. Smart by Leofa, opting not to foul, but it is a 5-point ball game. Trinity Paiu up and in, make that 4. Bit of a flurry here offensively both ways. These 2 teams don't want to lose. There's your Leofa, can't believe the call there. It's the 8th team foul on Tavake and a timeout called. Let's take a second look at the Tawhata drive.
Yeah, that was the right call by the official. You know, one thing, you see the ball go pop up in the air when a player's swiping down. That usually an indicator that the ball, you haven't made contact with the ball. The contact has been on the wrist or the forearm, and the ball's popped up. Otherwise, you'd see the ball being smacked down to the floor.
So timeout called here, 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining. 4-point ball game, but shots here from the TAB stripe for Lauren Tawhata. I don't have the individual stats for the game in front of me, but feel like certainly leading the way offensively for Taranaki, who are now up 17-12, make that 18-12, long way from home here for Tavake as Rangi Brown leaves that layup short. Thunder just 3 away from sealing it with time to spare, of course. As Pahu wraps it up, and last touch by Trinity Pahu. 3 seconds left on the shot clock for the Thunder.
I was just commenting before how she does that. She's quick with her hands. You know, sees a little bit of a, well, anticipates the ball being swung through in front of her. Quick with her hands to get involved and deflect the basketball.
Loose pass here.
This will make it very interesting.
Pahu doesn't make the 2. And a bucket here, and it's curtains, you feel. Tavake going to continue to fight. 32 seconds. Have to go now. Tuatara.
They need 2s, yep. You got to launch.
Had to go. Doesn't fall. So with 25 seconds now on the clock and possession, the Thunder in the box seat to play off for 5th. And just a glance down to court 1, Sky Sports Select. They are almost certainly going to face the Whai, who have come out swinging after that quarterfinal loss to the Rapids. They lead the Hoiho 18-7. So the Thunder are going to play the Whai by the look of it for 5th. And for 7th, it'll be the Hoiho and Tavake. As we wind the clock down here, Izzy Cook just holding on. And loses the handle. So one final possession here, you'd think, in the ball game for Tuatara. Surely she'll go here. She does. And leaves it a little short. That'll do it. So the Thunder, a couple of wins here today in the day session. Bounce back after that loss to the Queens in the quarterfinals to get the better of Tavake, 19 points to 12. They will play off for fifth position, excuse me, against the Whai. Very likely they lead 19-7 down on court 1 in the other semi-final for 5th position against the Hoiho. But let's send it down to Kat Jones. She's standing by with Anna Bright.
Kia ora, Anna, well done. How are you feeling after that tough matchup?
Yeah, pretty good. It's good to finally get some wins in the game. Like, we've had a hard week not getting many wins, but good to come out today to get some wins.
Yeah, I was thinking that you guys seem to have actually picked up and gone from strength to strength in the last couple of games. Now, you've had a really successful year this year, so tell me a little bit about your accomplishments. I know that did you win the single A champs at Nationals?
Yep, we sure did, which was quite good for our last year. It's always good to go out with a win. Yeah, we had a good team, so.
And is that with Opunaki?
Yeah, Opunaki.
Awesome. And under 17 Nationals, I believe you were the winners there as well?
Yeah, we sure were, which was also quite good as it was my last year for under 17, so yep.
Hey, the future looks really bright, so well done and congratulations, and hopefully another win going forward.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you.
Cheers, bye.
Cheers, Kat. Coming up on the other side of the break to close the day session on the 4th and final day of the 3x3 Cup. It is a semi-final in the 5th to 8th bracket on the men's side. On the other side of this break here on Sky Sport, it's the Hawks and the Jets.
And welcome back to ILT Stadium in Invercargill as we are about to tip off with the Hawks and the Jets. Jackson Ball with possession. Quick commentary change. Kat Jones here alongside Judd Flavel as we get underway in this 5th to 8th classification game. 5th to 8th semi. So the winner of this will play off for 5th and 6th. And the loser for 7th and 8th.
See the Jets, really, the Giants getting over the top of the Jets. Big game, big win for the Giants today. The Jets, one of the, I guess the talk of the tournament with their shooting ability from the outside and then their size on the inside, being able to do a lot of damage. And but here they are. They were knocked out by the Giants. Anything can happen in this 3x3 format, as we've been seeing.
See Jackson Stent, one of the top 5 leading scorers after day 3.
Been really impressed with his outside shooting. Not known, he's a very capable shooter, but you know what we've seen in this 3x3 Cup is Jackson Stent running to the 3-point line, or 2-point line rather, and looking to be, I guess, almost like a wing, I called him, or like a guard, shooting off the dribble, shooting off the move.
You just see Campbell Scott with a tough finish on the GJ Gardner Holmes replay. And one. And he nails it from the TAB stripe. This Hawks team, Judd, have been impressive as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they've made big strides. They had a big win this morning against Taranaki. There's the playoffs. And they're a young squad, you know, GM coach slash player Jared Kenny has assembled a younger squad, looking to the future, towards building towards next year and the next 5 years, possibly 5 to 10 years with this group. We've talked a lot about Jackson Ball and the impact that he's had on this cup with his shooting, but also closing out games as well.
Yeah, Nick Bewley called him the closer, as you see him nail a corner 2 and getting the Hawks on the board. 8-3 Jets at the moment, and Campbell Scott takes another long shot.
And I don't like to label youngsters, you know, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. I called it earlier on. He reminds me of another shooting guard that at the same age had the same level of poise, played against men and the physicality so well, and a name of that you would know very well, Kirk Penny.
Oh yes, 100%. Great comparison, actually.
And just you know, the way he's gone about his business here, just not phased at all against the older and more experienced players.
And you can see there that you've got the likes of Smiler, Carter, 2 other fairly young, youthful players there with Jared Kenny. And he's done a great job with that group, getting them all the way through to the quarterfinal.
Absolutely. I think from day one, where I think they were they'd come together and really new to this platform of 3x3, understanding how the game is played. They've made strides. You could see the improvements from day 2 on, and the confidence that they were getting, and with collecting wins along the way, and really put them in a great position for today. You know, I had picked the Taranaki Airs to get over them this morning, but they had proved me wrong, and I wasn't surprised by that. You know, as a team that is looking to continue to make those strides and improvement.
Yeah, I agree, and I actually had picked Jets to sort of finish in the top 4 as well. So, as you can see, any team and on any given day can win 3x3 games, and it's the business end of the competition. It doesn't matter how many wins or losses you had in pool play, as long as you get to this position and you keep winning, you can finish at the top.
Well, and from day one, I think every team we're in the similar situation. We're like the Hawks, you know, sort of coming off, I guess, not playing. There's no preparation in playing 3x3 basketball prior to this until you get here. So just figuring out the little things, the little strategies that you apply, what's working for your team, and how every other team are playing as well.
Great finish there by Jackson Stent.
And then looking to make those adjustments along the way.
Kara from the corner, left-hander, doesn't get it to go. Campbell Scott's been a bit of a revelation at this format, hasn't he? A really good shooter, passer.
The moment we saw the Jets assemble their team, and I guess we all looked at their bigs across the board with Judd, Jackson, and Simon Lafaeli, just with their size and with their shooting as well. And Campbell Scott being known to be a great shooter. He did that in the Sal's NBL, came on late with the Jets and really came into his own. Had the trust of Coach Ngātu Tawhali, and was a key contributor, and I'm sure he's going to be in next year's Sal's NBL as well.
And Judd, just thought he was about to get a highlight there off the bounce pass from Scott, just dribbles out of bounds, and I think he's aware of it as well.
Should have been upstairs, right?
Should have been, yep. Yeah, he's had one of the highlight dunks of this tournament so far, Liam Judd. Tomahawk throwdown almost went in as well, as we see Jackson Ball hit the 2.
Jackson Ball, is that a 2? That's from the logo, isn't it?
Yeah. And Judd.
Liam Judd, a good athlete, good size. Talked just about his shooting ability, but yeah, has the size and legit size for international basketball at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. Campbell Scott with a feed to Lafaele. That hasn't been one of his strengths, I'm going to say. Simon Lafaele getting open 2s to drop, but his guard play, as a big guard, he can get past smaller players, uses his size really well to get to the rim.
Yeah, he was another, had his first taste of Sal's NBL with the Jets, and unfortunately sustained a foot injury that kept him out for the majority of the season, but a very, undersized, you may say, kind of forward in the forward position, but great work ethic and always constantly moving and working and operating around the basket. There you go, just on cue.
And it looks like the boys are having a bit of fun out there as Jackson Ball hits a 2. Less pressure in these kinds of games, classification games. It's 19-10 now. Jets just 2 points away as Judd flings the ball.
I was just about to say, not quite at the NBA All-Star level where you're just sort of sitting back on the defensive end, but
so Campbell Scott bringing the ball out. Will they go for the 2? Nope, they'll get fouled. Judd getting fouled going to the hoop, but I'm pretty sure that one will be on the floor. Oh no, they're going to call it shooting.
yeah, I think it was in the act of shooting there.
Just couldn't get the arms above his head because they were being held.
I think he had the upward motion going into the shot there. And we're not going to see Jared Kenny come into the ball game. He's going to let the young fathers close this thing out. He's pulled up stumps, and that's him for the week, I would imagine.
Just one more game after this, though, for both teams, regardless of results. Carter. Good to see the teams with a bit of a smile on their face as well.
Yeah. Kat, you've been a part of this 3x3 before, but...
Nice shot there by Judd to finish. I thought he was going to throw that one down, but...
Yeah, it looked like he was.
Yeah, I have been a part of it. Yeah, it's great format, and I think we're really lucky. I mean, I just about played one year, but then COVID got in the way, so I think everyone's a bit lucky there to not have to see that.
Was that the potential to see a mother-daughter combination
yeah,
in the team?
Yep, I was going to be playing with Maya Jones, my daughter, and she played last year, of course, for the Nelson Sparks. No Nelson Sparks this year, but we will hopefully see them again in the future.
Nelson Sparks, that goes back a while.
Yeah, we actually won it was the Women's Basketball Championship back in the day, 2012. We were the winners then. Shout out to all my teammates who might be watching.
And we have Nick Bewley ready to interview Jackson Stent, who's standing by.
With Jackson Stent, congratulations, Jets through to the playoff for 5th. How has the overall experience been? I'm sure you're gutted you're not playing off for those higher spots, but credit to you put on a show there.
It's been good. It's been a lot of fun. This tournament's all about kind of having fun and just getting to play some basketball at the end of the day. So, I mean, tough we didn't get in that top 4, but playing off the 5th is still good enough for us. So.
And guys, you're pretty familiar with, obviously, you spending time now in the Jets and the NBL time. How has it been as a quartet, yourself, Campbell, Liam and Simon?
It's been good. I mean, obviously we played together last year. Simon got hurt last year a little bit, but he was still a part of the group. So it's been fun to just continue building chemistry. And we were just like walked in like we hadn't, like it was not day one, but like straight together. So it was all good.
Glancing down to court one now, the Whai and the Bulls preferred opponent tonight.
I think the Whai, because we want to get back on them. Obviously last night we dropped one against them in the pool play, and then obviously Pace, former Jet, it would be good to go get one against him again. So Whai will be the one we want to play. So.
All right, we'll go take in the end of that, rest up, and we'll see you a bit later on.
Appreciate it.
We've got another interview here, hopefully, on court 2. Stay with me as I bring in one of the officials, Hamish Dale.
G'day.
Thanks for your time. Hey, look, we've been mentioning a lot in commentary. It's obviously pretty exhausting for these players going through quick turnarounds, 4 days of competition. How is it for yourself as officials? Because you've been busy too.
Absolutely. So I've been refereeing 3x3 for a few years now, and I've found it from 5x5 to 3x3, it's more of a mental game. Doing the amount of games that I've been doing we as a team over the last 4 days, it's definitely more of a mental game than physically. But with the athletes that are out there putting on such great performances, it's really requiring us to stay focused, especially getting later into these close games.
Big 4 days for you two. You were mentioning to me a couple of days ago you got your international license, so you've been taking on a lot of the men's, maybe all of the men's international games. How have you found that so far?
Yeah, so I've been very fortunate to be nominated to get my 3x3 international license earlier this year in China, which is a great honour for me and for everyone that's helped me to get to this point. Yeah, and as you mentioned, I've been fortunate to referee all of the international men's and women's games as of yet, which has been a cool experience to ref the Trans-Tasman series, which is usually something that's you don't really referee your own country, so it's been quite a cool honour doing that, seeing the guys and girls out there.
You mentioned at the top the sort of nuances, the slight subtleties between the 5-on-5 and 3x3. How hard is it to kind of keep focus to everything happening around you while being aware of all those little changes in the rules?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'd say it's kind of like changing your SIM card between 5x5 and 3x3. So there are some subtle changes, and that we as a team need to remind ourselves this is 3x3. So there are some slight changes in regards to contact and how the game is called philosophically as well for all the players and for us as referees as well. So it's just maintaining that focus and trying to work with the players and all the coaches and management here to the style of play for 3x3 to try and simulate as much as it is to the international competitions around the world.
Well, you're doing a great job, you and your crew. You go get some rest because you've got a busy night tonight. I take it you'll be back in charge of games 7 and 8 for the men?
Indeed, it's going to be some great battles out there with a great performance on display.
Cheers, Hamish. Well, that's all from us here. We'll send it back to Kat and Judd to close court 2. Plenty more action to come in the evening session, Kat.
Thanks, Nick, and thanks, Hamish. And this is the last game of the day on this court and of the tournament. So we'll be starting again with the night session, 6 p.m. on Sky Sports Select. And if you just flick over to Sky Sports Select now, we do have the 5th to 8th semi-final game. Looks like the Whai are going to get up over the Bulls, and the Jets will play them later this afternoon. And from all of us here at RLT Stadium, Judd Flavel, my co-commentator, stepping in, myself very quickly for Nick Bewley, and I'm Kat Jones, and thanks very much, and we'll see you later on tonight.